3 sessions left of this book.
That's it?
Yeah, 3 sessions. I told you there was a lot cut and modified and such. Remember that Red Fang guy? Dead.
He had it coming. It's okay. It's what he gets for
Remember
being
technically
named
Spy
Red Fang.
Lady? Well, her
Dead.
story was changed also significantly and dead. Yep. So, okay. Where were we last?
We are in the Aurora.
Hell yeah, we are.
We were
We're
talking.
still in there. Let's get over there and think of get
Oh,
over
fun
We were
fact,
talking
I don't
to the
think-
Guardian.
That name ever made it into my notes. I should probably put the name of the ship in there somewhere.
I'm sure there's a sign somewhere, maybe. You know.
Maybe.
Sorry, go ahead, Libby.
Oh, I was just gonna say we were talking to the Guardian guy that was guarding Cassandra's
Yes.
body.
Sahasho.
Soho. Yes.
Soho. Yes.
Soho.
So, can we suggest to him that we could take Cassandra to Furcus?
He has been bound here, which means the only way that you can stop him from basically following his orders, which is to attack anyone that touches or tries to manipulate or move Cassandra, basically to protect the body. The only way you can break that is by sending him back to his own home or by killing him.
I don't want to kill him.
I am not carrying a dead android with us wherever we go.
She is perfectly preserved, by the way. It doesn't look like
I
she's
know.
damaged.
Whatever. That doesn't
mean,
make it any better or worse.
8 years of rotting.
She's an
I'm just saying
android. I don't
she's
think
not
they-
rotted or anything.
I don't think they
Definitely.
decay the
No, they
same way
don't.
as a
They don't
human.
decompose. Yeah,
Yes.
it's good to know.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
They do have souls though, and they do have to agree if they're going to come back to their bodies. That is something that you need to know.
Oh, that's actually super important to know. Okay.
That is really important because they are not just a robot. Androids supposedly do have souls, and where
I
they
feel
go
kind of bad
afterwards,
for all the
God only
androids we
knows.
killed.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. Feel how you'd like to do. I won't tell you how to feel.
So theoretically, we could go through all this trouble of trying to resurrect her, and her soul could be like, "Yeah, nah, I'm good."
Yeah, could be. But maybe not. And honestly, whoever she is, some very important things have been looking for her and have been mentioning her now for a while to you guys.
Well-
Since about 20 sessions ago.
Uh-huh.
Well,
So
the Gearsman called her a traitor. I
Mm-hmm.
think the Gearsmen belong to Unity. But Alyssa thinks they belong to the Technic League. But you said that these don't look like the Technic League's Gearsmen. These look newer. And
these
if these ships, if these ships have been operational and able to create things, then Divinity could have been able to still have the capability to create new Gearsmen. And if these look pristine and new, they wouldn't have been damaged in the crash.
But the problem is the fact that Unity's been asleep for so long. She's not active right now. She's not doing anything, and
Well, these are really old. They've probably been here for a long time.
at least 8 years. I'm telling you, I don't think that they belong to Unity. I think they belong to Zoud.
I don't think Zoud would have them.
dun dun dun. Furcus Zoud comes into the picture now. Okay. And what makes you think that they're from Furcus Zoud or they belong to him?
Because he makes the most sense in the fact that he's trying to protect Cassandra down here. I don't know,
But
Doug.
they wouldn't call her a traitor. These were
Okay.
looking for Cassandra as a
They
traitor.
might call her a traitor, though.
Unity would call
Do you
her a
know
traitor.
who might know more? Do you know who
Probably
might know more?
Yeah.
Well, no. I was
Oh,
thinking of
it's a
the
hot
thing that you
show.
can't see that's actually in this room.
Oh, I guess we
That
could talk
might
to
have
him. But
had to. Yeah, maybe he would know. Oh
what,
my
you want us to
God.
like talk to an NPC? That's not a
Yeah.
thing, Doug.
Mm.
Maybe
Sunny and Delstria like standing in this room like bickering at each other, and Kylo on the floor and this like disembodied voice being like, "Why?"
Kylon's going to mutter to himself something about not trusting ghosts, is what he's going to say.
it's not a
Because
ghost.
for him, this seems like a ghost. So
Okay, I'm gonna ask Zahasho. Do you know
go ahead.
I'm gonna ask him, do you know who sent the Gearsman robots after Cassandra? They called her a traitor.
He's going to respond by saying, I don't remember his voice. Anyways, he says they were there whenever we came. We snuck past them and the other creatures in this area. She was already dead.
Well, shit. Delstria, you might be right.
Zoud believes that they came as a kill squad sent after her. And after completing her mission, they had no other protocols to follow.
Do you know
Libby 1, Alyssa 0. Ding, ding, ding!
Woo!
Oh! You'll catch up. It's early in the night.
It is early in the night. We're good.
I'm gonna ask him, do you know if there's a way around the rooms with the mutagenic gas in them? They're to the other side of the ship. It seems that through those rooms is the only way.
Zoud believed it was dangerous. He thought that it was an issue of the city itself. Remarked
Yes.
on how it made sense why they were having abnormalities above. He did not seem to care about cleaning it or fixing it or doing anything with the other chambers, though. He did take a sample, though, before leaving, spilling the gas into the last room.
The fuck, Zoud?
Zoud made things worse.
Well, where did Zoud go when he left here?
He teleported away.
Do you know where
How?
to?
How the fuck does everyone have
Back to
access
the-
to teleportation?
Oh, I know. Why does everyone have magic but us?
Maybe the boots we have are teleportation boots. We just don't know yet.
Ooh.
You didn't click your heels together? And
We haven't. Well, we haven't put
there's
them on
no
yet.
place like home. There you go. He doesn't know where Zoud went. Zoud didn't tell him. He only commanded him. He was quite rude, and his tenure with Zoud was very short. He hadn't been around Zoud more than 3 days
Oh.
after his binding.
Interesting.
Huh.
But
Is there a way to bind him?
Zahasho,
Is there a way to bind him to a new master?
That is a great question. Make a knowledge or make a religion check, please. It's gonna be a knowledge planes.
15.
You're not sure. You're not sure if there is a way to bind him to someone else. You think that first what would have to be done is the magic would have to be broken that's already in place.
Hmm.
You imagine it would involve it would be beyond your abilities with the spells that you have. Is that a nice way to put it?
Yes. If Furcus were no longer alive, would you still be bound to serve him?
Sahasho seems upset almost. You can tell there's emotion now in his voice, and he says, I would be bound by the last command he gave.
Oh, you poor thing. Don't worry. We'll get rid of you.
Khan says, that just sounds like imprisonment.
That's
Just
what
stuck
it
in this
is.
room forever? How long do you live anyways? There's no response from them.
Probably a really long time, Kylon.
Probably a really long time. You can make another religion check, which is a knowledge planes, if you'd like to try to figure out what this creature might be, if you have religion as a skill.
Hold on.
I don't have it as a trained skill.
Oh, you don't? Tor and Kylon do.
Not as trained, but I have ranks in it.
If you have ranks in it, that's fine.
Okay.
It might not be a class skill, but yeah, as long as you have a rank in it, you can roll. 20.
Same.
Kylon.
Yeah.
Yes, I know nothing.
Kylon comes over to you, Sonny, kind of leans in. He says, I think he's an invisible stalker. Invisible, stalks about, speaks in a very suspicious voice. I think that's what it is. It'd be a creature of the elemental plane of air, then.
Okay, I'm not sure that changes anything, but okay.
He smiles at his supposed knowledge of something, being able to pick it up whenever no one else could.
The problem is that you are related to Leto, therefore related to Will, and I'm not sure I actually trust you. So
he says, well, these used to serve the Sword Lords, the Aldori Sword Lords.
Who are the Aldori?
Seems
Sword
like
Lords?
one of them.
If you would play Kingmaker, you would know.
You've got to know about them.
I don't. And I'm sorry that I can't get past the first 45 minutes and that I make 1,000 new characters, because that's what I do. I've played the
Sounds
beginning,
about right.
The beginning part
a lot.
100 times.
Yeah,
Could
so
probably
the
do that in
person,
my sleep at
so
this
the
point.
person that summoned you to the castle there to do her little errand, she's an Aldori Sword Lord.
Oh.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Spoilers. All right.
And this is,
they're one of the three ruling areas of the River Kingdoms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
I've learned so much about the River Kingdoms playing the game. But
Isn't that cool?
But not shit about Numeria.
yeah. No, that's okay. I think it's really cool. Yeah. So he brings that up and he smiles with confidence, and he says, "Well, if that's the truth, then this thing really isn't bad. He's kind of like a guardian knight servant kind of thing. I mean, not evil though."
Okay, well, I'm glad that he's not evil, and I'm glad that you're on board with this, but we're going to leave him here, and we're going to leave her here, and we will come back.
Mr. Sahasho, we will try our best to free you from your bounds.
He he says, "If you can, I will give you any information that I have about this place and its secrets."
That sounds fair.
Cool.
A treasure awaits if you return.
A treasure beyond Cassandali?
Possibly so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Become
okay.
treasure hunters.
Well, he's pretty patient. So remember that what you're in right here looks like it is a laboratory of sorts. And even though all the power is gone, a quick glance through it, you believe that this could actually produce possibly nanites or produce a number of other things if it was geared up. This kind of laboratory is different from many others that you found. It's not just it's not a medical laboratory, but more of a biological sciences kind of laboratory. And if it had power, if you spent enough time, you think that you'd actually get it in working order, and possibly even the android factory.
Well, didn't the door say said nanite something on it?
Yeah, nanotech laboratory
Nanotech lab,
is what
yeah.
it said. Yep. So
Sure, they label these freaking
well,
doors.
So there you go.
For my own personal well-being, and to sate my curiosity, hey Soho, how close to Cassandali can I get before you like attack me?
You feel like a brush against you as your hair is lifted up. It seems like just by the air, and then it drops down. And his voice is very close to you, and it says, "I would say do not try to get any closer."
I don't really want to, but I want to make sure that if we come back that I'm not just going to like walk into the room and have you attack me because I ran on ahead.
He kind of makes it clear that it would be up to his judgment.
No, dear God.
To a point. Like, he probably, if he thought Zod was coming back the next day or two, he would have already started attacking the party once the door is open, because he'd have a better chance then. But now so much time has passed, he's kind of given up a lot of hope, and he will only be bound to the letter of his contract and no further than that with carrying out his duties. Because he really doesn't think whether he performs them or not, he's going to get released from this contract.
Poor Soho. We'll save you.
Yeah,
that's cool. Like I said, I just don't want to like walk in and have you attack me because I take, a 5-foot step too far. That's all.
Yeah, he recommends that you don't, in a way. As you feel his presence right there, like some ghost stalker just picked up part of your hair and then dropped it into place. It's really kind of creepy. So,
hi, buddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Invisible stalkers are all voyeurs, by the way. Yeah. So, anyways, he is quiet though at that point. But you can tell that there's still this presence in the room. You feel like you're being watched closely.
Cool. Are we good? Del, I don't need to do anything else here.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else we can do right now.
All right, so we'll make our way back to the top.
Okay, yeah. You make it out easy enough, climbing up your rope, popping back over to the Skelton farm, and there you are in beautiful, lush Eidenvey, a paradise among Numeria's lands. And you make yourself up to the surface there, and right in the wooded area there, where the well is. You come up, and you notice, just as before, there's a few guards just out there by the road, kind of just hanging around. What do you want to do now?
I know what Sunny wants to do.
Sunny
I
wants
look
to
at her
leave.
mouth.
Well,
Sunny wants to leave.
Well, Sunny
Have you
wants to
sent the
heal Hawk.
letters?
Not yet. No, actually, Sunny does not want to go see Hawk. Sunny wants to leave.
I said heal Hawk.
Oh, I don't know. Have we actually leveled up yet?
We can say that we have, for ease of story, so you don't have to stay here another day and go through that, because God only knows how much of the session that will take.
I don't know what we would do. We wouldn't do anything.
They'd
We
be
can't
sneaking
go
around
anywhere.
at nighttime.
No, we wouldn't.
There would be
Some of us don't
no,
split the
we
party
wouldn't.
like that.
What the hell?
Love you, Libby.
I didn't get to go to the astronomy lab.
No,
No, you never did.
We
You
didn't
never
go
did. You never
anywhere.
did.
Okay, so
Oh my God!
I think
All the
what we
things
do-
I've created just thrown out.
You're welcome.
Yep.
We need to call Hosket, so I guess we'll go get a guard and have them go
Yep.
get Hosket, because we're not doing anything without.
Okay, yeah. Guard gets Hosket. Hosket comes. Takes a little while, but yeah, he comes back and looks you over. It seems like you haven't been through much of any kind of violence this time around.
We didn't do anything except go to that room, pretty much.
Right. He just went down there and came back up. So he looks you
Well,
up
we
and
thought there was
down and
more.
kinda nods.
While we are waiting for the guard to come back with Hosket, I want to talk to the party. What are we going to tell him?
That it's still very dangerous. There's something that we might need to come back for.
There's not a might in that. We definitely have to come back for her. So do we tell him that it's dangerous? We're coming back at some point.
To make it less dangerous. Kylon nods. He says that's probably what we're going to say, right?
That we can't deal with the issue right now.
But that
Well,
they are in no danger. Like, the danger is contained. We want to make sure that they know that the
As
danger.
long as they stay away. As long as
Exactly.
they stay away.
Yep. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page before Hosket gets here and I open my mouth and then you guys are all like, Sunny, what are you doing?
Well, it's the truth. It's dangerous for them. If they stumble into that room, Sahasha will kill them. And we're going to come back later and we're going to take care of it.
That's fine. I said. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
And what if one of those ooze creatures forms up again?
It shouldn't. There's no power.
Yeah. Okay. Well. All right. Hosket comes. He looks you each over, noticing that it doesn't look like you were really in trouble like you were the day before, with combat or anything. He looks you back and forth. He says, okay then. Is it all wrapped up?
Kind of.
No.
The good news is that you and your people and the city are quite safe as long as you guys stay away from it.
Oh, okay. All right then. So
we have to come back
the way it was before.
Yes, we'll put the lid back over the well, and as long as you guys can keep your people out of it, everything should be fine. But we're gonna have to come back.
He says, "No, well," he says, "that's it doesn't leave us in a worse place than than it was before. I'll know to be careful with it. He says, I almost forgot. He says, but the priest wanted me to bring you some of the scrolls as he'd promised.
What? No.
How many of the scrolls do you have in your possession right now?
One. We only took the one regeneration scroll.
Not regeneration.
Restoration.
Restoration.
Why? Why do I have it in my head that it was a regeneration scroll? Because I am
Because
desperate for it.
regeneration is what Talon needs,
I know
and you're
what it
desperate
needs.
for it.
Okay.
Yes.
Then we took one of the restoration scrolls. We left them everything else because we didn't want to deplete their store.
Well,
The
it
resources,
seems
yeah.
like it seems like Hoskett has the two other restorations that he brings to you. He says, yeah. Well, I think it's Borak could not cast the spells, so he wanted you to have these to help people along the way. It seems like he feels a little bit bad for the way things have all fallen apart here in the city. Yeah, please accept them. And I do have some food here also, and the stables. Your horses are being well tended to, getting prepared for travel. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess we'll take them.
I mean, he could use the restoration scrolls on Hawk.
He's not high enough level.
I know, but I mean, somebody could. Hint. Tor.
It's gonna be Tor.
Tor just kind of looks up. Tor looks up. Tor kind of mutters to himself, and you notice that his weapon cords start to shake and they start tugging tightly, like whenever the spirits get very riled up, and they get very animated sometimes, where he seems like he's having it. To someone else, it might look like some kind of possession, but he's definitely having an argument with those spirits around him. Tor kind of said he steps forward and he says, I think I can fix him. Hawk.
Please do.
Hoskett says, well, he says, I didn't think you were capable of using the scrolls.
Out of character. He just recently learned how.
He just recently learned how. Tor looks down and he nods, and Hoskett's like, so then you figured it out then, a way to get them to work. And then Tor nods. He says, in a way, I found out how to get things inside me to work. Okay. Well, if that's what you need to do, figuring out the things inside to work, then if that helps people, he nods. He says, I'll take you back then to fetch your horses, and we can then. There's plenty of daylight, and we can get you all supplied the way that you need to be, with all the rations for wherever you're going. A long journey, I'm sure. And we'll get you everything that you need.
We'll wait for you by the western gate, Tor.
Tor nods, and he goes walking off.
Just to make it clear to Hoskett that we are planning to depart as soon as.
Hey, Tor's gonna play messenger for me. Tor's gonna take the 2 of the letters.
You walk up to Tor and you slip him the letters in his hand.
Letters?
Yes. because we spent like 12 hours on the farm not doing anything.
Not even drinking. You know, it's these times where you're not in a bar all afternoon that you kind of, emotional states come up,
Sunny took the time to write 3 letters. If you would like to read them, you are more than welcome to. They are in my story section of the drive.
Okay. He nods. You have them written, I take it, on the outside who they're to go to. So
Yeah.
okay. So he takes the letters and he will deliver
Yep,
the
give me a second,
letters.
babe.
He will get the horses, and he will go ahead and he will cast restoration using material components in your guys' loot.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that because restoration is expensive AF.
Yeah, it is if you're going to raise someone from the dead. But if you're just curing them for ability damage, it's only, what is it? A little bit, right? It's only, is it 1,000? Or is it less? Let's see here. I think it might be 1,000 gold pieces worth of ground diamond dust. Oh, only 100, it looks like.
Oh, good. We can keep part of the diamond then.
Let's see here. Just a minute. Dispel permanent negative level. Da 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 da. Yeah, it's just 100. Just 100 gold pieces of diamond dust. That's nothing. 100 gold pieces. Hawk's worth 100, maybe.
He is. Absolutely, he is.
So we might want to actually have a separate section of a character sheet, or maybe just the general loot list with diamond dust and how much is remaining, because I think you had a big diamond at one point.
It was worth
was it 5,000 or more? Let's check here and see.
let me
I
look.
want to say that was it 5,000? I don't know. That feels a lot, but it was a
Yeah.
really big one.
Let me look here.
It's a big diamond. I think it might have been worth 2,500. It looks like that. I remember 2,500.
Hold on.
Let me check
Anyways,
the loot list.
That would be 24 more castings of restoration, though, which one will have to be used on you, Alyssa, or Sunny, to get your strength back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and on Kylon, which is down
And
a
on
little
Kylon.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. That's not in that one.
Wrong sheet.
Whatever. Okay.
whatever.
Large diamond. It doesn't have an amount because
2,500.
Alyssa did
All right.
that
Well,
sheet.
let's just go 2,500.
Oh,
Wait, what?
I said it doesn't have an amount
Nothing.
because Alyssa did that sheet.
Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
You didn't put in the
Just
amounts
kidding.
that things
I
were
haven't
worth.
done amounts for any. Well, we haven't sold anything yet, so nope.
I love it.
Whatever. Anyways, so 25 for the
Let me-
diamond.
Let me check my session notes.
I mean, Doug said it was diamond or
Yeah, I
25.
think it was 2,500. I'm almost certain. One other
All right, that's
question
fine.
for you. Well, I won't say a question. He comes
Yeah.
back. Tor comes back, and he meets you at the Western Gate with the horses, and just like hard to read his face or anything, but his eyes often betray his emotions, and you see his. Once again, Tor has this barely enough to grow out much of a beard on this massive frame of a man, but he looks kind of like a childlike face. And he kind of looks over at you, Sunny, and you can tell in his eyes that there was some sort of conversation that happened. He has a small little bag that you see. It's looks like it's made of a black tanned leather. And it has a symbol of Aristil on the outside of it. And he walks over to you and he hands it over to you.
All right. I'm gonna tuck it away for right now.
Okay. Otherwise, the horses look like they've been well groomed and taken care of, brushed down and everything here just recently.
Sorry, real quick. So we were given 2 scrolls of restoration, and we just used one of them, correct? So we have.
No, Tor used his own magic. He can do it 3 times a day just on his own now.
Well, do we want to just give them back the scrolls and say we don't?
Up to you. There's no one here in the town that can cast it right now, at least.
Honestly, we're coming back. Let's take it so that way if something happens, we have 3 scrolls because you don't need material components for the scrolls, right?
Right. The material components were already used in the creation of the scroll. Yeah.
Yeah, no, let's just keep the scrolls, and then if we still have them when we return, we can give them back. But for right now, let's hold on to them just in case.
This is a mental note in the game I want you guys to know. If Tor ever goes down and dies, you guys are fucked hardcore.
Oh, I know
right about now. I just want you guys to know. Because pretty soon Tor will be the one that can do Breath of Life and bring people back to life the same turn they die. And some other spells too. If Tor is dead though, bad news
Tor's
bears.
not gonna die. Well, actually, if he stops fucking shielding of faithing certain people, he will probably
Delstria,
hey,
he figured Delstria needed
what?
it. You notice he's never done it for you, Sonny, but he's done it for Delstria time and time again.
Every time.
Does that tell you something? Is Sonny kind of like, what's going on here?
Does he think I'm squishier, or?
Well, he knows you don't run away like 40 or 50 feet at a time. And that's another thing. Like, you usually stick back where he can, whereas I think Sonny would have broken the radius multiple times. Just because,
oh my god, yeah, no, Sonny doesn't stay put very well.
No.
You stand still more often than
you
not.
stand still more often.
It's fine. The final letter will be given.
Isn't it funny when the NPCs play favorites with you guys? You're like, God damn it, that's not fair.
Well, I probably am squishier than Sonny. I only have 59 hit points.
Yeah.
Shoot. You say 59?
59?
Yes.
How the hell do you have 59 hit points?
Yeah, no, I second that because I'm at 49.
How the hell do you have 59 hit points?
How am I squishier than you?
I get 5 hit points each level for my hit die.
Okay.
I get 1 for my constitution.
Yeah.
And I get 1 for my favorite class being.
Yep.
So that
is true.
7.
Oh, never mind. I see where. Okay, we're good.
Yep, that's 7. That's 7 times 7 plus another 10 for the first level because you get max first level, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No,
so there you
we're
go.
Good.
Yep,
we're good.
That
and really,
sense.
once I get rid of my con damage, I'm at 57, so it's not that bad. But
there you go.
We'll get there.
That's not much different from Tor, even. So
the final letter will be given to Hoskett.
Okay.
Asking him to deliver it to my parents.
Yeah, he's there. There at the exit gate. The captain of the guard, also, which you haven't ever caught his name, and you've only seen him 2 occasions. He's there also. He looks like he is an aged ranger with a long bow there and wearing these slicking leathers.
Was he the one who thanked us for killing the creature?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's there also, and you can tell that he's not much of a diplomatic face or anything here in the city, but he quietly steps up and he hands over to whoever he would consider the leader, one of the 2 of you. He hands you over a necklace.
Thank you.
On the necklace is a talisman of Aristil, the symbol of Aristil.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm going to go over to Hoskett and hold out my hand to shake his hand, and I thank you for your hospitality while we were in town, Hoskett. You know, I wish the town people could see that we've meant nothing but trying to help the town and trying to help the people. And I hope that whenever we return, the townspeople will have realized that all we intend is to help.
He says, that means a lot to me. He says, thank you for mentioning that. You know, I can see the good in you. I don't think you acted in any way in a selfish manner, just wanting to come in and for any kind of purpose other than to help those you love. And I'm glad that you had a reason to come here, and that spilt out to the community in the way you helped. Says, I think that once more of the councilmen come back from their hunt, that we'll be able to have a talk, and hopefully things will be better off on your return. Says, I want to be able to extend the hospitality that Eidenvay should become known for. And with that, he kind of steps back, and with you're free from Eidenvay.
All right.
A place which you could call home, but you've decided to wander the earth in search of glory and better things.
Well, for my head to not explode.
And for your head not to explode while you're laying in bed one day with Hawk.
I hate you so much. So much.
All he hears is this tick, 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 and it just poof.
All right. Saddle up and let's go.
Okay. All right.
We need to see if we can find the radio.
Yeah, we're gonna search
radio. Okay. Let's
Or
search
find
for that radio.
What's her face? Zaleshi's stash.
Survival checks to
Oh,
first
God.
grab to get her tracks. The scent is probably way too faint at this point, but Bear can roll too, though.
Survival. Oh,
Survival.
Nat 20.
Are you
Ranger-
kidding me?
The ranger comes through.
Sunny does something. I'm so proud of her.
Oh my God. Okay. All
Zaleshi
right.
just stomped through the.
My gosh. Okay. Well, I didn't think it would be that easy. Let's see here. I gotta flip to the back of the book now, and now I'm scrambling.
Doug, I have a personal vendetta against these Veristian women. Like, I don't know
I
why.
know, right?
So,
nothing will keep you from exacting your vengeance.
While Doug is scrambling looking, I'm very excited, and you guys should know that Bear's paws got bigger.
Oh, sweet.
His paws
That's
got bigger.
great.
We're gonna
His
have to
paws
buy
got
new
bigger.
shoes.
I know, right?
Yes. But yeah, he got a feat this level, so his paws are going to do more damage, and I'm really excited.
Oh, sweet. Well, I didn't know that he got a feat this level.
Yup.
Okay, good. All right. Well, you don't need to cast any spells searching for items. And the reason why is because you're able to find in a hollowed out tree covered up with just a few rocks and a few leaves over it. You find what must be her pack of technology, which she had hid outside of the city. Not very far off the roadway, and in a flat path that means that she probably could have traveled here during nighttime back and forth without falling down a hillside and killing herself. So
Okay, so Sunny's going to walk over to this tree, and she's going to be like, they were literally the worst at this. How?
Absolutely the worst.
They technically sent their newbie spies after us.
Right. Their spy training program not hardly as good as it used to be. Oh, I love it. Okay. By the way, did you guys see how much the HEV suits are worth?
Was it like
No.
60,000?
60,000 each.
We're gonna be rich. I love it.
We're gonna be rich.
We're gonna need those.
We're probably gonna. We'll see if those work or not eventually. But they'll repair themselves once they're given power. All right. Are you ready for this?
I am.
Because I am not quite. I'm in the wrong section. Okay. In this pack that you see, it looks like a nondescript backpack that these are stored in. You see a number of items. You will first start with the pharmaceuticals because I think those are important. You find a dose of baseline.
Okay.
You find a also a dose of cure-all.
Ooh. Okay.
You find a dose of Vive, V-I-V-E. And of Hype, H-Y-P-E. Hype.
We could start selling drugs. We would be so rich.
Oh, the place to sell drugs, you could have started that a while back. We
I know.
I
But
know.
no, someone was against putting drugs on people.
You find a blue e-pick.
Okay.
And you also find a red access card.
Fun.
Sweet.
Now we get into the weird stuff. A time-worn camera.
Ooh.
Why? Why?
They're
Investigations.
spies. They take pictures.
A
Oh,
time-worn Kim analyzer.
What was that?
Kimalizer is what it is. It's not Kim analyzer. It's time-worn Kimalizer. Chemalyzer.
That is not what I wrote. Hold on.
Kimalizer.
That makes more sense.
You're right.
So want to talk about it?
K-I-M.
Oh, I love it. You find also a black chip finder.
Ooh.
Maybe they were using that for somebody.
Yeah, that might be super useful.
And also, oh my gosh. We you also find a com set.
Ooh, another
there are
one?
other two.
And
Is this one time worn?
this is not only not time worn, but it looks like it has a large antenna, kind of like like some
Booster?
1980s satellite
It's a radio.
phone.
Okay.
It has a booster built into it, which is we are going to put it at 2 times its listed value, so it'd be worth 12,000 gold pieces.
That's retail, not what we can.
I'm so sorry. What you said? 12,000?
12,000. Mhm.
Okay.
And that is what you find. They didn't have much technology. They didn't carry a lot of it with them, but the things that they did have, it looks like they were very specific in their use. Oh, I would say this. They are going to have full charges on each one of these devices, and there are 2 extra batteries.
Ooh,
that are
fun.
going to be in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Has the camera been used recently?
The
For us-
camera. The camera you can see. The camera has been used recently.
So is this like a digital camera where we can look and see what pictures have been taken, or is it a film camera?
Photographs or video recordings can be stored on it and then also played back with a monitor that's built in. It can have up to 20 hours of video footage and 200 photographs.
Wow. Okay, how far away from the gates are we? I don't feel like we're super far.
You're probably like 300 feet is all that you're away from the gates.
Okay, so let's collect the stuff and keep going, and then we
Okay.
can stop and like play with the new technology.
Okay.
Stella, are you good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sunny, by the way, it's just like unnatural. Like she walked over, you see the imprints of like one of their like high-heeled shoes, and you're like, oh, this is so stupid. And you just turn off the path and you go marching.
Dumb.
And you go marching and you just start looking around trees. And like the second one that you look at, you're like, and it's just like a hide and go seek game that used to play like with Hawk and Talon way back when.
They weren't even trying. Like,
We're not good at
How?
hiding them,
how did
obviously.
it technically become the superpower? They're so bad at what
It's
they
because of
do.
gross incompetence.
Maybe, or they think we're so incompetent. This is who they sent after us.
That makes it worse, Stell.
that does make it worse.
Well, it shows that they underestimated us.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
also
sure how much
if
longer we're gonna get
if
on
they're
that.
if their regular enemies are barbarian tribes, you kind of understand how. I mean, you
You're
know,
not wrong.
I mean,
Send
there's
the pretty ladies.
they kind of learn their tactics, and they're like, oh well, a barbarian tribesman would never look here, you know. But anyways,
So- Where are we? Where are we heading now? Are we going
let
towards
me
the
show you because I was completely wrong with the maps. Can anyone believe that? Let's load and see. And you'll see Choking Tower is in the Smokewood right over here to the east of Iden Bay. And I think I told you it was to the west.
I think you did. But so it's through the super scary woods that we went around coming.
Yes,
to
actually,
Marshfield
you
because
purposely went around the super
We
scary
did.
woods here. Yes. Yeah.
oh wait, this means we get to go see the barbarians again.
These
Heck
are the
yeah.
small. Well, also, it's on the way back to Torch.
Also true. That actually makes me feel better because I thought we were gonna have to like go that way and then go that way, but
Oh my god,
Okay.
it makes no sense. So looping around the town, we'll just say that you can get to that same pathway, obviously, to the river, no problem at all. I mean, it's not going to be much of a detour. And the problem is the barbarians might not be there waiting for you. So you could instead go like from the west and head over to the river and just start heading to the north yourself along the river until maybe a barbarian comes by. Who knows? Or you can cross the river yourself and just go a V-line path right to the Choking Tower.
I'm sorry. Do you not remember what was in the super scary river? 'Cause
Well,
I
it looks
remember
like
what was in the
this
super
here might be
scary
a
river. I
bridge.
don't- Is that a
That's a country line marker. That red is.
Oh,
That's the boundaries between countries because Iden Bay is just north of Normanthus, which is right below it, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah,
Alaris
Normanthus.
could have made it pretty easily.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised.
Well,
Alright,
actually, the further to west that you get towards Dravid Knock, way over here to the west, and Tor's land, the worse it gets. Like this turns into like the Badlands, like really inhospitable places around here.
it looks pretty monster filled over here.
Yeah, there's a lot of
still-
horrible monsters that live over
I
there.
have so many questions about how Tor came to be in Torch. 'cause
No one really. I mean, it's one of those things that might come out like in episode 38, I'm guessing. But for right now, it's he's just I'm sure Kylan would have asked him, and Tor's response would be, I walked, which he did. He walked.
I love it.
He
Okay.
was a soul traveler who walked through most of Numeria, and he was not killed, which was
when you're by yourself,
in level 1.
yeah, he's totally fine.
No. I love it.
I mean,
Anyways.
I made it from Idenve to Torch.
Yeah, you did. No problem at all.
Weren't you on a boat though with barbarians?
I feel like that's a win for me. Yeah, I was on the boat with barbarians.
You were. Would you like to, and maybe Sunny can pick this up a second time, would you like to maybe try to follow the trail of the barbarians?
Yes, let's do that.
Because they were on horseback, and there were 5 of them.
They were on horseback.
And there weren't a lot of people here on horses riding back and forth. The hunters are all on feet, or foot, it seems like, or they travel in small groups, of maybe like 2. So maybe Sunny can do it again. Let's do a survival check. Now, this is going to be difficult, but I believe in you.
Do you? Because...
Yeah, good.
Sunny, you point around and you point straight back into Idenve, and you're like, they went that way. Tor and Kylan try to convince you that they did not return back. And now all of a sudden you start having these theories about maybe they circled around and they went straight back in disguised and they've been in the city the whole time. And you start thinking about it and you start rolling these ideas around in your head, and eventually it's a while, but eventually you decide that no, that's too crazy. They wouldn't have just circled around and been spying on you. You put that in the same category of theories such as my parents are the Technic League, which came up at some point in your theories.
Yes.
My parents work for the Technic League.
Yeah.
I think there's a secret theory page I haven't even been allowed access to where Sunny has theories about Del. And Delstria is like her own things that Delstria could be, Sunny's like writing down things.
I'm pretty open about what I think about Delstria.
She voices her weird theories about Delstria.
I voice my weird theories about everything because eventually something's going to be right. So,
oh, I don't know about that.
Hey, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. All right. So anyways, obviously it is not the map is not scaled correctly, so getting to the river is basically an extra 10 minutes leaving through the west side of town versus the east side, so it's not like a huge distraction. But at any rate, how would you like to make your way towards this Smokewood, or the place that the barbarians supposedly traveled to?
Are there any I don't know, I can't think of the right word, like trails? Crossings?
Oh, crossings. Yes, I'm sure that there are river crossings throughout, and you would have seen in your journey that there are small villages even that that are around this river throughout it. I mean, you're talking about a village of 50 people here, 50 people there kind of thing, where they will actually have a raft that they use to cross over to the other side of the river back and forth, and they'll actually use that to ford the river. There are some narrower spots in the river, but you don't remember seeing like any big bridges built over them. In a country that was developed or actually had a lot more cities or trade traffic in this area, there would have been. But in Numeria, it's still, this is wild lands, you know what I mean? And this is rough territory. So the closest you're going to get is like a real big barge where you could load up the horses and yourselves and kind of ford the river. So
that's what we would need.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah.
there were several of those. You can make something close to geography. Let's see here. I think it'll be a nature. I think is going to be the best way. Nature or just an intelligence check if you'd like, just to try to remember. Oh, there you go. Hell yeah, Sonny, you are good at that. Go, Sonny, go. If it's every other roll that comes out good, I'll take it. Every other roll. That's all we need is 50% to pass here. Okay. Very good. So you know that the first crossing is going to be just a town to the north, really more of just like a hamlet of fishermen that you remember passing, and there was a not a water mill, but kind of like a water trap there for fish that they were actually going to and checking to. They didn't live right on the river, but the village was actually about a mile inland because of the things that live and lurk in the river itself.
The barbarians?
Barbarians and horrible radiated things and tentacle monsters and stuff. Yeah. So, but you do know that they had it was evident that they had like a raft that they could put into the river and use for crossing. So,
yeah, let's do that. I think that we
Cool.
head north up the river, and be it the Bloodguards or the hamlet that we come across first, we'll take basically the first crossing.
Cool. Would someone like to roll a D100 for no specific reason, but low numbers will really amuse me on this journey?
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Libby was not listening, obviously. Dang it, Libby. All right. So you make it to the river crossing.
No wild robots.
No robots. No wild ambushes. Nothing.
Not yet.
And no blood guards, though, either.
That's okay.
But you do make it to the river crossing, and you are able to get the attention of one of the villagers there that's poking along with a real long pole into the water, just as he approaches, just to make sure nothing comes out to get him. And then he finally goes in, and you see him pulling out one of his traps that he has, and there's all sorts of minnows flopping around in it. And he pulls it up, noticing you as you come about, and he will offer to help you cross over the river. He'll get the right person that controls that raft, and it's just 1 gold piece per person to do it.
Perfect.
Sweet.
We will absolutely pay that.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Well, I'm going to take just a few minutes break. I drank way too much coffee. I got to pee, and I'll be right back. Oh, and my game. I've got to update it. Hold on. I got to update my game.
So much. He said 1 gold piece.
Yes.
Okay. While he is away, we can talk. I figured that we'll cross over the river, and then I don't think we're going to be able to make it to the forest tonight.
That's
So
probably a 2-day trip.
Yeah, so when we break for camp, I think that we'll look at the camera. And I also want to test the comm sets that we have. Yeah, because we have 3 time-worn ones, so I want to test all of those to make sure that they're not going to glitch on us.
Was it 3 or 2?
So we got 3 from the Aurora. And then
Yes, there it is, 3. Mm-hmm.
And then we have the one that we just got from the
Excellent.
sisters.
We could all have comm sets.
Yeah, except I'm not sure I want to use the one that has the booster, because I think the booster is going to broadcast it everywhere, and probably not a great idea for...
A comm set carries audio and visual signals and includes a built-in camera that can record all communications being broadcast.
Oh my god, it comes with a camera. Okay.
Communication between 2 comm sets requires both users to tune their individual devices to the same frequency.
Oh,
A comm set has a range of 1 mile. Beyond this range, communication is impossible without enhancing the signal strength with a signal booster.
which we have a signal booster for one of them.
Yeah, let me see. Signal booster.
Well, you
Okay.
figure the signal booster has to be enough to get to whoever their superior was. Although I don't know how far their superior was. I would assume Starfall, but
The
a
spherical
really
object is
small
the size of a human head.
oh,
When
okay.
it's activated, several panels on its surface fold back and extend dozens of arms tipped with cup-shaped flashing lights. A signal booster amplifies the strength of any signal-based technology effect within 600 feet, doubling the effective range of the signal. So it would be 2 miles. It's not very far.
Okay. Oh my god. Children. You want one? Because
No,
I have one for sale.
it's okay.
She's cute.
Oh, adorable, but doesn't sell the product.
I'm not sure I have much
What
else.
are we trying to sell?
My child.
Oh. You can sell those? I'd be having a lot more of them if I could sell them. I didn't know that.
Mm. So
Okay,
that signal booster only boosted to another mile.
That signal booster, you can tell, is different from what you would expect.
Okay, so it's a special signal booster then?
Yes, it is actually.
So it's not the one the size of a human head that when that
No, it is not.
Boost the range of all devices within 600 feet.
It is not. It looks like that antenna on that radio seems to be able to. Well, you can make a spellcraft check if you'd like. You have it out there as you're waiting for the raft to finally, get unlodged and everything. Ooh. This antenna, you think, might be able to boost the range of this device up to maybe 5 miles. That's a long ways away from Starfall, though.
Yeah.
And Sunny maybe would have some theories, and this would cause some theories also for Delstria. Delstria, you believe that there might be some sort of signal relays that are actually installed throughout Numeria.
Oh, you mean like things in people's heads? No. No, that's not a thing.
You think there might be living relays, and there might be ones that aren't just living relays, but you believe that there is something that would have to jump this, like it could piggyback multiple hops and get to its destination. Uh-oh.
Do we have satellite technology yet?
Not that you know of. Not that you know of. Not that you know of.
No,
Really
you can talk into it, and I'll go like stand, I don't know, away that I can't hear you, and you can talk into it, and then if I hear you in my head, I'll know that I am broadcasting. See?
Ooh.
True.
Do you want to experiment with it?
We probably will, but not
once we camp. We were figuring that it's a 2-day trip to the tower.
Yeah.
So whenever we camped overnight, we're going to look at the camera and test the comm sets.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Well, nothing else happens the rest of that day. You make it over, and actually this land beyond the crossing here, before you get to the Smokewood, is not really treacherous. You know, it's not that bad. You make it through, and you see signs of like tracked vehicles and big footsteps, which makes you think that maybe giants are living in the area. The tracked footprints, obviously not. The tracked trails, that's evidence of robots of some sort. But you do see like bigger footsteps that make you think that maybe giants are in this area. But besides that, you don't run into anything. A few spines stuck to a tree let you know that maybe some kind of flying creature that shoots such spikes out of its tail might be living somewhere around, but you don't see any signs of it either.
Great.
Yep, none of that. So so you get to a campsite and make another survival check just for the how well situated your camping site is that evening. Oh my God, you are so much better.
Survival.
Kylon has a 24.
Woohoo!
Kylon, I'm so proud of you. You're doing so good.
Kylon starts pointing at the hill and talking about where he should set up and, you know, where he should put his armor down. And this would be a comfortable slot. And between everyone, you have a really good idea of where you should be. Delstria, at this point, you're kind of rifling through the technology and you're like, yeah, whatever. You know, you're kind of listening as you're changing the frequencies on the radio and trying to listen in. Okay. You make it to the campsite. Is there anything specifically that you'd like to work on or to examine as the guys take the first shift, I guess?
We want to look through that camera. Oh, also, I was reading about the ComSet, and the ComSet records audio and video as well of conversations.
Yes. Yes, it does.
So Sunny and Delstria want to look through the camera.
Okay. The camera, surprisingly, it seems like there are few data files recorded on it. There's a number of pictures, though, of the women that were in disguise, the technically women traveling in the caravan with the males, which they'd kidnapped. There's pictures of the males looking just depressed, and one of the sisters just laughing in the background. There's another one, far off shot of, it looks like some big robot on a hillside that's walking along as the picture of it, and then record of it being monitored by them on their journey down south from Starfall. You notice whenever they get to the large crack here, which is the supposedly made by Gorham's sword himself in the ground, this big crack along the ground, probably by an earthquake. But anyways, that they're recording that. It's a lot of like photography also of birds that you haven't seen and other wildlife. It seems like one of them was really an enthusiast about taking pictures and recordings of just basically nature watching. Throughout all of it.
So do you have pictures of the subjects? Here's a blue jay.
Here's a blue jay. Throughout all of it, though, you hear, you get to a data file where one of the girls is talking, and she says, well, I don't want whoever that is to be listening in on us anymore. We're just going to have to do something. Well, what do you mean what we're going to have to do? Well, listen to this. And you hear her, like it's on video, so you see it kind of shaking around, looking like down at her feet. And you hear her changing something on it, and she speaks in to the recording device, and you can see that she has the transmitter right by it. And she starts speaking, and as she does, you can tell that she's somehow messed with the audio output, where her voice sounds much darker and much deeper whenever she starts speaking into the comm set. Immediately, Sunny, oh God, one of Sunny's theories is working out. Immediately, Sunny, you recognize the voice as one of those that's been speaking through in your head here recently, especially about the message about reporting in from Iden Bay. that first record that you had from an agent. You think then after that, she says, if they think it's too dangerous, she says, we'll not do it. But there's no way that somebody could triangulate our signal unless they were part of the League. And there's no one else that's gone rogue that I know of. And with that, the recording turns off.
No one else that's gone rogue?
No one else has gone rogue.
There are so many rogue people. I feel like the Technic League probably has like 100 people who go rogue a day, and they just don't have enough firepower. Okay, I'm glad.
I love it. So, so there's not much else other than you can definitely. It's pretty easy to tell. They aren't really narrating throughout the whole thing, but you can tell through hours of footage. You can tell that they were recording snippets of their journey from Starfall down to Idenvay.
But there's nothing that's like, this is our secret code.
Nothing.
Rude.
They didn't give you their plans and the weakness to the Death Star and all that stuff. No, they did not.
Okay.
What about the comm sets? Are there any conversations recorded on the comm set?
The comm set does have recorded conversation of their transmissions. Each one of them that they transmitted back to their headquarters was recorded. And it starts off with them. Really, it gives status reports that really are not that exciting. It's basically coinciding with their journey down from Starfall to Idenvay. But then it does get kind of interesting whenever their caravan encounters the people from Sunny's village. They basically make some remarks that they found some gullible villagers that they can use as a cover. And after they've befriended them, that they'll be able to infiltrate Idenvay and be able to research what the disturbance there is in the biological life that is spawned there, in addition to the transmission that was intercepted. And it's really nothing. There's nothing juicy though about it. They aren't identifying who they're working for. It's all one-sided. What you hear from their recorded conversation, they're doing these reports out that they record, but they don't have like recorded feedback. But from what you can get from this is that at some point it was detected one of the ancients had become more active, and that he was thought to be located in eastern Numeria.
Ian?
They've time-stamped these in a way, and you have an idea. You think this relates to Hellion, whenever he started actually transmitting in that massive tower that was in Scrapwall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. At this point, I think we want to test just to make sure that there aren't any glitches for any of the comm sets that we found down in the Aurora.
Okay.
Libby, that's on you.
Ready to make those 3 D100 rolls, right? Because they're time worn. First time they've been activated for a long time.
Yeah. Do you want me to do that second roll twice?
Just if you fail the first, you can just give me three 1D100. And if any of those get low, then we can re-roll. Hoo-hoo. Okay, so 2 re-rolls needed. And we'll see if there's a glitch. That'd be exciting if there was a glitch.
It would be our first glitch of the game, so
It
Libby's not
would.
gonna let us glitch.
I know
Not
she
gonna
won't,
let it
but-
happen.
Well,
Not gonna let it happen.
Sure.
Oh, one glitch! Yay, we got a glitch. Now let's see what kind of glitch we roll. This is not an armor, a general glitch. It's a general
Yeah.
glitch. A 1d100.
So 2 of our comp sets are good. We have 1 glitch.
And that doesn't mean anything bad necessarily. I mean, it could be just
No,
one.
but I'm
5.
glad that you cleaned the window.
The item does not function, but still consumes a charge.
Okay, so one of them is just broken.
I think you can even retry. Let's see.
I feel like if it's just consuming a charge, it's be like. Whatever. Okay.
Can't be activated again for 1 round is all it is. So honestly, you can still try to fiddle with it and reactivate it. I'd have you just roll the
Look at it.
1d100 again.
Smack it.
Yeah. Yeah, you shake it, you blow on it. It looks like an old Nintendo's.
Yeah.
And you turn it on again. Yeah, make another D100 roll. It'll probably work this second time.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's
Item
acting
uses
glitchy.
twice as many charges, but otherwise functions normally.
Well, you will still get to re-roll that because you're still doing your checking twice, right? When activating it. So I think we go straight back to square one.
Oh,
That
was
would
this
make sense.
checking to see if it glitched?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So roll again.
Yep. Yeah, your ability is pretty awesome. Yeah, so okay, with a little bit of shaking and you knock it onto a rock a few times and the green light comes on super bright.
Oh, this item functions far better than anticipated. And grants a +2 bonus on any skill check attempted.
And it's working.
All
Yeah.
3 sets work. Fantastic.
Woo!
I feel like Sunny and Delstria are gonna like go to this like far sides of the
Okay.
campsite,
Okay.
each with a comp set being like, "Can you hear me?"
So you set them to the same frequency.
Yes.
Yes.
You go to the opposite sides, and you start testing them. And you, Sunny,
Sunny,
start to-
over.
you start. The message comes across in your comm set perfectly fine, but in the back of your head, you hear this, and then it goes away. Oh God, I love it.
Hey, Delstria, do that again.
What frequency is Sunny on?
That's what we got to figure out because once she's on the right frequency, we can pop her head off.
No.
I tested again.
Okay. The same effect happens. It seems like there's some kind of feedback or distortion there, and the back of your neck, like your hairs start to rise.
Okay, I don't want to play with this anymore. Never mind.
You could try a different channel and talk into it.
What frequency was the comm set from the Verisian set to?
Oh, good question. It was different than the comm sets. Is 471, let's say, is the frequency that they had it set to.
Okay, let's set this one to 471
Okay.
and hope we don't kill Sunny.
She's looking at, oh, I think her game arrived.
It's not my game. I don't know what it is though.
It's more hair dye.
It's not more hair dye because it's not from my hair dye. Give me a second, y'all.
It could be the
I wanna
lamp
see it.
for the
I
child.
wanna see it.
Oh, thank you, Libby.
Is it the lamp for the
is.
child?
Oh,
It is.
did you
Yeah.
get her a lamp for the child?
Yeah,
Is this a
so I was
Christmas
looking.
present?
Yes,
Is this
I was
Christmas
looking.
present?
I was looking for a lamp for Alyssa, but I found
Mhm.
one for the kid first. I haven't found
there you
Alyssa's lamp yet, but
That's what I usually do is I find her kids' things before hers.
I mean, my kid's really easy to shop for. She just wants dinosaurs.
Right. It's just dinosaurs.
Just dinosaurs. No, she just went. No, she literally just went. Oh my god, it's so cute. I love it. Okay. Yeah, so let's go figure out what frequency the Rissians were
Yep.
on, and then we can go from there.
so it should be blue, I think, or it might be green. I don't remember.
I don't know. I
don't
haven't
know.
Let me,
plugged it.
I don't see it.
Doug couldn't see it. It's a really
Oh.
thin.
Sorry, it's a
It looks
dinosaur.
really thin. Oh, that's cool.
Name on
Yeah, so her name's
it-
engraved on it, and like
Uh-huh.
there's a base that it sits in, and then the light
Uh-huh.
comes up through the glass.
Oh, cool. Can you take the dinosaur back off and play with it then?
Well,
I
I
mean-
wouldn't. It's glass, but probably.
And
I wouldn't, but you aren't a 4-year-old, are you, Libby?
Oh well, I guess technically no.
Oh, that's
Okay.
That's
I'm
cool.
really excited. It's gonna sit there until I go upstairs. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Channel 471
471.
on the
Ooh. Ooh, I have a question.
no.
Okay, no, this is a really good question, and it's not a stupid theory.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point, I picked up Esper 281. Could
Yes,
that
you did.
possibly be
It
what
could be a
frequency?
frequency.
Or a code
Instead of
name.
just, like, but what if it's just the hey, this is the frequency where I don't know.
Change
We'll test
to
that later.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, so 471 was the Verusian frequency.
Okay. Use
Okay.
a com set then that you speak into.
I'm gonna set my
Yeah.
comp set to 471
Okay.
and speak into it.
Delstria's voice comes through loud
Sonny,
and
make a
clear
fortitude save. No.
in your head. It rattles your head, and it feels like you're hearing her twice over. Once from your own com set, and once from deep in the back of your head. And you, Delstria, get feedback now, almost hearing like an echo of yourself too, being played back into your own com set.
Well,
Hey, we
Hold on, let me roll a die. Nothing else happens.
I don't trust that.
Nothing else happens.
Hey, Del, I don't want to do that again. That was really uncomfortable.
You didn't even have to make a fortitude save.
Thank God for that.
I didn't say the magic word to activate it.
Spider monkey. Ooh. Okay. You are definitely broadcasting, Sonny. And you think that you were maybe far enough away from these before. Maybe they have. Whenever you heard the voices, maybe they were actually much closer to your village than you thought. Or maybe you were close to a relay of some sort, and it was giving you messages the entirety of your childhood because of just how close you were to some other permanent relay that they had installed.
Great. Okay.
You don't think you need a com set, though, to hear
Yeah.
things. That's good. You only need 3 for the whole group.
Yeah. If we just
So that-
stay on the right frequency.
Yeah.
And that works because then we can give one to Valdrin, and then he can talk to us whenever he needs to. So
It's only a
I guess the
mile.
only problem is that you haven't really figured out how you would talk through your own head.
that's not true. You said that I could I could talk
Well,
back.
Have
just
you
haven't
done
tried.
it yet?
No, because Delstria won't let me do it because she thinks something terrible is going to happen.
Okay.
I love her face so much. She's just like,
All right. Yeah. It's your fault that she won't let you.
Well, that's
yes.
because this frequency appears to be the technically frequency.
I feel like most frequencies are going to be the technically frequency. I don't think there's a whole lot of other people rocking out LMFAO here.
Probably not.
Thank God.
Hey, I like LMFAO. Why you gotta be like that?
All right, so we camp for the night.
All right. So we're camping. Okay, that's done with the experiments. Okay, cool. Yeah.
What's in the black bag?
10 weapon blanches. Adamantine weapon blanches.
Huh.
And a short note from Hawk that you can tell is scribbled out with his horrible handwriting.
Shit.
That says, "Come back someday safely."
Aww. How many were there, you said? 10?
10.
It's worth 1,000 gold pieces.
They're from Hawk. I'm not gonna sell
Oh, wait,
them.
there's... No, I was just saying that that's an expensive gift.
Libby gets out, Belcher gets out her abacus and she's like slinging the beans back and forth. She's like, shit, yeah, we could probably net about 24,000 gold this month if we don't even have the HEB suits. You are definitely like a treasure hunter. You are like the archaeologist that's going to sell the shit to a museum. Sell it to the museum. They don't get it for free.
No, of course not.
I love it. Okay. All right. Next morning, you continue traveling through the woods to the outskirts of the Smokewood, which, as you're looking into the Smokewood, you see that it has earned its name. There's a blanket of smoke, a kind of like a perpetual fog rolling through the woods here. And it smells not of like a burning fire or anything. But it definitely doesn't smell like a fresh morning dew-filled fog rolling over the landscape either. There's something off about it. It smells slightly of chemicals. And it doesn't seem to kill the trees, though. And there are a number of little woodland creatures running around, protected from the sky, from predators, because no one could be flying over these woods and really be able to see in too deeply. And here yet you're just on the outskirts, and this blanket of fog kind of just smoothly floating past you and seems to dissipate right on the edge of the Smokewood. It's going to be miles and miles of journeying before you get to the center of this place. You still don't, well, I mean, you don't have any tracks to start with, and there really aren't any paths.
I was going to ask, are there any paths?
No. Let's see if there's any better description here. You can make a knowledge check about this land, though. Maybe you can recall some more, and obviously,
What kind
you
of
have had
knowledge?
time to study books. So I would say a society check to be able to figure out more about the local history of the Smokewood.
I'm so sorry. What did you say? Society. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
27, and if I get my +5, 32.
Whoop, whoop. Every other roll. We're going for every other roll. Okay. Delstria, you know from your father's stories and his mentioning of this, this wood has been a strange place for a long time. Smokewood was known as the Dreamwood before it started pouring out smoke just about 15 years ago or so. Soon after the tower's construction, local tribes began telling stories of strange dreams experienced by those who slept within the woods or near its borders. Since that time also, you've heard that hill giants have reclaimed this area as their own. Previously, long ago, they used to be throughout this woodland area, seeming to be impervious to the dreams that anyone else staying within its realm would experience. Now you know that it is a tangled overgrowth of woods, not settled by any human. What are you doing here? Not settled by any humans, and a place that you would think would be used for its natural resources and harvested by the good fortune of actually having a woodland area in Numeria among the desolate climate that exists here. But instead, people steer wide away from it and give it a wide berth. No permanent settlements, although there might be some logging camps that sometimes set up around its borders, but they never go very far into the Smokewood, and they don't seem to last very long. Seems like the dreams alone chase people away over an amount of time.
Interesting.
Is it low vision?
No penalties to see. It's just like kind of floating around, right around like to your knees, and it's still where you could look down and see your feet. But you can see, obviously, it's just kind of like a thick cloud the further in you go, it seems.
Um,
Kind of a haze right now. Not too bad.
hey, Delstria. Do we... No, we're fine. I'm sure we're fine.
Kylon kind of clears his throat. He's like, a little bit stinky here, isn't it? Well, he says, let's stay close to me, everyone, just in case there's something we need to worry about. Remember that last time we walked through that really hazy place? Now all those people running out, all those ghosts. Woo! Wasn't very scary, though, was it? Nope. It's because we have Iomede's blessing. And he falls back to kind of be in the center now. If one of you guys would like to take lead point position.
Sure, I'll take point position.
I figured you would.
Totally not a terrible idea.
You and Bear getting up to the front, the bear sniffing the ground as you go. Tor taking basically the horse right behind Kylon in his position. Leaving Delstria, you could be on his left or right if you want to stay within that radius of his protective
Yeah, I'll be on
power.
like his left.
Okay. Normally, paladins of this level would gain immunity to charm. He doesn't, though.
Of course not.
Why?
Because he's a special Leto paladin. Because of his oath of chastity, instead, he's going to gain pure of body. 50% of any critical hits or sneak attacks against Kylon actually fail, and they're just treated as normal damage. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So he has 50% of the time, the critical hits will, even if they confirm, they won't affect him, or sneak attacks. So, but he does help you out a little bit in being able to protect you from that radius, though, with giving you a bonus against scary things. So
That's cool.
yeah.
I think it.
you keep on going forward. At this point, also, I want to mention probably the night before, I'm guessing that Tor would have used Restoration on Sunny.
Mm.
And how many stats do you have with Drain damage on them right now?
Just the one.
Okay, just
Doesn't
strength. Okay.
Kylon have
Yes.
And Kylon does too.
Yeah, no, mine was con, and then
Okay, so
Kylon's
it's strength,
strength.
I think. Yeah. Yep.
So I'm good.
Okay, cool.
so is
He
it going to
two.
use 100 more gold pieces worth of diamond dust?
That'll lose 200 more.
Okay, so
because he's gonna
Kylon
cast it
also.
2 times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have that recorded on my sheet.
Cool. All right. Making it through the woods. About midday, you see there are some game trails. But no, these aren't game trails. These are a little bit wider. And they look like maybe maybe damage has been done to the trees, which have been pushed through. And you notice that it looks like there's strange footprints also that drive deep into the mud and the soil. You can make survival checks. Survival tracking is what you'd be doing, or you can make a nature check to see what these things might be.
Well, I already know that hill giants live in the area.
You do.
Wait, hold on, because I get something special with tracking. Hold on.
Oh, you
Pretend
do?
like I'm going to use my.
You said in
Character the way-
nature or survival?
Either one.
Oh, got an 18 on nature,
Do, 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 do,
17 on
do.
survival.
Okay, and then we have in 16 over here for Kylon. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Wait.
basically. Oh,
Wait,
what?
wait,
What?
wait.
Sunny.
Oh,
Nat 20.
my guess. Oh, God.
Doug, how are we doing tonight? We good?
It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
If it makes you feel any better, the next one should probably be a nat 1. So
Okay, first off, you're able to tell that this this zigzagging path.
This
is
one had a
actually-
limp.
Well, you actually can tell that it is one of them actually does have some kind of like a clawed footwear, almost like there's some like they took some kind of kill and they attached it to their feet in some way that it actually does leave kind of like a bear would like paw prints in a way. Only it just seems to be like the claws from the front of whatever animal that was. Regardless, this is the same band of hill giants that you see crossing over your trail one way and then coming back from the north back to the south, like in a zigzagging pattern. And you can tell that the trail is wider than what it should be, even for hill giants, because this band seems to have been carrying along also and dragging along something else that left really deep ruts in the ground. And you believe that they were dragging along something, possibly bringing a lot of gear with them, something really heavy as they were going. Surprisingly enough, there are also 5. That is right, 5 horses that traveled along this pattern. It seems like following where the footsteps of the giants were going. You pick those up, and you know that these are horses without shoes on, no horseshoes. Definitely, that's not abnormal here because they're mainly all barbarians. They wouldn't do that. You also do notice, though, that it seems like both these tracks were around the same period of time where, well, somebody that you know should have been traveling in this area. It seems like the giants came first and then the other set of tracks. Oh, and I got somebody at my door. Hold on just one second.
It's a cat.
well, if he doesn't come back in like 5 minutes, we'll know that he was attacked, and I don't know what we would do, but kitty. I don't really want to fight hill giants, Libby.
maybe they've already been taken care of.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Doug's gonna make us attack the hill giants. I'm gonna guess that the hill giants have our barbarians held captive right now. We're gonna have to kill the hill giants to rescue them.
That doesn't sound like fun.
I mean, only because Dougie said that he was taking your princess is being held in another castle and flipping it upside down, and that makes the most sense that we then have to go rescue the barbarians. Although, if the barbarians get taken by hill giants, not holding a whole bunch of confidence that they're going to be able to take out the Black Sovereign.
Well, maybe Valdron didn't have his best and brightest with him.
True. You have such a little cord. That's not helpful. Oh. Do. No, just kidding. Well,
Too short.
Yeah, and the long cord I have is the wrong kind of.
Oh. I don't know why you would have such a short cord on it. That's stupid.
Okay,
I
so
guess
it's not actually that short, but it's too
it's-
short for me to reach anything.
Yeah.
It's not helpful. I want to test it. Oh my god, that's such a tiny little screw. Shit.
Huh?
Oh, it can take batteries.
Oh.
But the screw is like itty bitty. I definitely do not have a screwdriver that size. So
That was weird.
was it the kitty cat?
No, it was a neighbor though. That was weird.
Huh.
Anyways, yeah. It just makes it more weird too because it's like pitch dark outside at like 5 something. And it's like, why are you here at nighttime? And it's like, oh yeah, it's not really late. So yeah, no big deal. So okay, so giants traveling.
Okay.
Sunny on point.
Yeah. Sunny's on top of her shit tonight.
Total
I'm
of
proud.
6 giants. 6 giants.
6 giants?
6 hill giants.
Shit. All right. What, Fee?
They're big.
What do you need?
How many giants? 6?
6.
No, you. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna have a battle.
Is that yes? You can pop them.
It's the best
Doug, I'm
part of
blaming
a,
you on it.
The bubbles. I love popping the bubbles.
it's the best part of a
Exactly what
package.
you're popping.
Yeah.
So
I order things just to get bubble wrap.
There you go. I know what to get you now.
Good news is that I think we're headed in the right direction. Bad news, there seem to be about 6 of the hill giants, and one of them has claws. I don't know why he has claws. Maybe he's wearing like bear paws. Maybe he has bear slippers. Aw,
Giant
love
bear
it.
slippers.
We roll up on him. He's there in his nightgown with a teddy bear and
Yeah,
little,
the teddy
like
bear.
bear slippers,
Giant.
little nightcap.
Oh.
Hard for you.
Bedtime,
Okay.
no fight.
No fight back time.
Hard for me.
Okay. So you continue on, I take it. Sunny, do you
Yes,
advise
I
the group any differently? Or
Very
okay.
cautiously.
Oh, hey, out of curiosity, what do I know about hill giants before we
Ooh, hill
before we
giants.
roll
Is
on
that
up
a
on this?
nature roll?
Yes. Now that you know that, and I will. Yeah, nature check is what you'll need. Both of you will have to make it. Actually,
24.
24. That's a lot. Okay, let's get this. I popped up. The favorite part of the present has been found, Libby.
Nope, they're too hard. She can't pop them. She gave it back to me.
Oh no.
That's
She's
when
struggling.
you take it and twist it.
Yeah, twisting is how you do it. Well, hill giants are not very smart. They do travel in tribal packs here in Numeria. Most of them have a deeper brown color in skin, and their eyes are almost always match their skin tones. They've lived in Numeria a long time. The kingdom to the north is the realm of the Mammoth Kings, and it has tons of giants up there. These that live here normally are those that from a long, long time ago were chased out of the north and had lost tribal wars against larger factions and had to relocate. But still, that would have been a very long time ago. And for as long as people have known Numeria as Numeria, there have been giants here, although not in great numbers and luckily not very organized. For these hill giants, organization would almost be beyond them. There's a lot of squabbling, infighting, and if there is some strong tribal leader, you'll have a pack of them that stay together, maybe for a while. But they almost always lose out to the stupidity mixed in with a cruel aggressiveness that they all carry. We would say definitely that these are more than just pests. Whenever they're close to human societies, they pretty much they're going to either destroy and dominate that area, or they have to be hunted out of that area and chased away. In this case, these hill giants probably aren't bothering anyone, though, because of how sparsely populated this neck of Numeria is. And if anything, they're probably rubbing shoulders with other weird creatures that might be living in this kind of a place, finding a haven. You don't know anything specific about the tribe, but you know normally they carry around clubs. They swing them really hard, and like most goblins, most giants, they can throw rocks also. Other than that, they're usually in hide armor and pretty dumb as a whole. So,
Delstria, what do they speak? Can you speak it? Can you speak giant? Is giant a language?
Yeah, the giant is language. Yeah.
I don't speak that language.
Delstria, you speak like everything. How do you not speak giant?
You know, I only had a few bonus languages.
Kylan's like, well, do you have that translator thing, or could you speak into one of those things that you were talking into, and it could talk in giant out?
No,
not how that works, Kylan.
He said, I heard it making different noises.
All right, so yeah, I figure that between Delstria and I, we will tell the boys that what they need to know. They don't have any sort of resistances or vulnerabilities that we know of, correct, Doug?
No, they do have one resistance, and that is that they can catch rocks.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'm not.
If you are a giant and you throw
we're not playing catch with them.
They might be able to catch it.
Actually, you know what? Kylan might. I could see Kylan
picking up a huge rock and trying to throw it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're big and stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that we continue on. We'll follow the trail.
All right.
Listening
well, you do. And as you are following the trail, let's see how close that is. Not very far away. The trail widens slightly, and as it does, the smoke becomes thicker around you. Not so thick, once again, that it's like a fog cloud, but you can definitely notice that it's becoming more substantial. And looking up into the sky, you can see black plumes of smoke rising from a tower that seems to almost appear out of the mist itself. That might be maybe a 2-mile journey away now at this point. The tower rises high enough, though, that it definitely stands out among the trees, which are probably 30 or 40 foot in height. This tower probably goes 3 or 4 times that height, shooting up into the sky. A structure just out of nowhere in this entire forest. You can see the origin of the smoke now, as it seems to be just almost like a giant smokestack, creating plumes of dark smoke that rise up into the sky over it and create this just encompassing cloud of dark above you.
Is the trail going towards the tower?
Oh,
or
yes. Oh,
Okay.
yes. Yes, it seems like now also it's not zigzagging. It's now like the trail is now more of like a dead pathway towards the tower. The trees have been shoved to the side and branches ripped off and torn through as these big creatures have lumbered through and dragging something behind them also. You see that it's created probably about a 10-foot wide trail with just torn debris and things that have been ripped asunder and smashed out of the way as they've cleared it. And then behind that path are the 5 horses that followed.
All right. Well, I think we continue on.
Okay, sure.
I don't see any reason not to, right?
Are
guys?
you said you were doing it stealthily and sneakily though, right?
Well,
Are
we're
you
going
doing half speed
cautiously.
on movement? Okay, just cautiously, just keeping your wits about you. Okay, yeah, okay.
I mean, we're not like galloping with the horses full speed ahead. We're,
I would hope not. But you're not going like half speed just to try to be super quiet either.
I would say we're just walking the horses.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. You come upon a camp in the distance. It looks like the woods have been battered away and cleared in a radius of maybe 100 feet by 100 feet. It's a crude camp made of 3 enormous lean-tos made of the logs that they have harvested in this area, and sheets of canvas, and then also brush using it to cover. There's a large fire pit in the middle of this area. And there's a metal wheel that's jammed onto one end of this massive spit that runs across the fire pit. The fire pit is churning out its own smoke as there is a fire raging within it. And you see on the beside this campfire, there are numbers of logs that have been prepared to be used as firewood. There are 2 giants plainly standing, looking at each other, and they are pointing at each other, and it seems like they're trying to discuss something in giant. But then, I just love it. No one speaks giant. But then again, they're speaking giant. It sounds like they're very angry, but this could be just the way they're talking. And they seem to be waving their hands around a lot, but they could be maybe Italian giants. You never know.
I was getting ready to say, it could be like German. It just always sounds angry.
Yes.
Don't you have comprehend languages? Is that not a thing you can do?
No.
Yes.
I thought you took comprehend languages.
She was thinking about it. All right. Well, you know that Kylon Nortor can help you out in this at all. You are riding towards them. They haven't noticed you yet, but I mean, they do have clubs. It doesn't look like either one of them is wounded badly or anything. You only see two of them. Would you like to make perception checks? Maybe you can find out more about what's going on.
28. Sonny, I'm so proud of you right now.
Good job.
You are doing
so
so good.
Apparently, level 8 is where I'm going to hit my stride.
Hell yeah. Well, it's a good thing that you kind of take a look around a little bit more closely, and you see there are 3 horses tied up on the other end of the camp. One horse is dead, laying right by the campfire, and it looks like it's going to be the new meal, as its legs have been tied together. And it seems like they might be arguing about the best way to prepare it. As one giant points down, and there's a rock that looks like it's a sharper rock that he would use on its skin and fur to get the fur off, and the other one has in his hand a bag which he's shaking, and you notice that it's a saddle bag. Not only that, but you notice that it's a saddle bag with the markings of the Black Horse tribe.
Why would it be the Black Horse tribe? They didn't have saddles. They didn't have any of their horses. These should have been from Aristel.
Mm-hmm.
No, Doug. Okay. I'm gonna kind of look at my group like, do we kill them?
Kylon stops and he says, "Well, are they evil?"
They're annoying.
They're
Like,
annoying.
good.
Well, it looks like they've captured the barbarians.
I mean, they have the horses. That doesn't mean they have the barbarians. I'm cool with killing them. We can kill them. Because our other option is to sneak around them, and then we have two barbarians, 2 hill giants behind us. And you know how Tor feels about having things that could flank us.
Tor nods. He says, "You shouldn't have anyone flank us."
See?
And he looks back behind him just to make sure that no one snuck up behind you.
And if we get off our horses now, we could probably be quiet enough that the horses should hopefully make it through this.
You think you could find a way through in the forest, maybe circumventing the giants completely and just going straight towards the tower if you'd like. It's not very far away from their camp. As a matter of fact, it's probably 300 or 400 feet to the tower itself now. But it's heavy, thick woods. So I mean, you have you know that you can circle around and find this tower. Obviously, it stands out now. There's no way you could miss it, the way that it's shooting up its plume of smoke. You can absolutely go around these without them noticing, you believe?
We could try to avoid them.
It's up to you. I don't really care which way we go. I just know that we are not particularly quiet. And I would rather be able to get the jump on them if possible.
Yeah. Whenever she says we're not particularly quiet, I kind of glance at Tor and Kylon.
Kylon looks back. He says, "Righteousness doesn't need to be quiet. It needs to be proclaimed."
I mean, we can try to be stealthy and sneaky and go around.
Kylon looks over at the giants. He says, I'm fine with whichever way. If we need to avoid them, or we can go around them. And
we don't see any sort of sign of the barbarians, right? It's just the horses.
That's right.
Okay.
It's like maybe the barbarians had tied their horses up outside and went into the tower, and the hill giants found the horses. Oh God,
That
our
is very
horses.
possible. Yeah,
We're-
we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do
We're
with the
gonna have to
horses.
hide our
But
horses.
You're just providing more food for the giants. I love it. Now, what is
Okay.
something to note, though, Sonny, you will notice those lean-tos are massive. Like making 3 of them, 2 of those giants could fit under one of them and actually sleep. So you don't know why the extras are there.
Well, there's 6 hill giants, right? And 3.
yes.
Yeah, but only
Yeah.
2 that you're witnessing.
Right.
now.
Well, there's 4 wandering around somewhere nearby.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, let's sneak around then. We can sneak around, and then
Everyone make a sneak around check.
Oh God, did they get a net 1?
No, a 5. But that's
Oh.
not bad. That's only a -1. Oh my God, Sonny.
oh, Bear got a 12.
I got a 19.
So Bear and Sunny are not particularly quiet. My bad.
Let me check on the. Hold on. Let me check their skill check here.
Oh, good Lord.
I know this might sound strange.
Mm-hmm.
The hill giants hear Kylon.
Oh, jeez. I'm shocked.
Here's what it was. His total modified was a -1. Their total modified with a -20 was a 0. Because I imagine you have all the time in the world. You're going super slow. I give them a -20 to their perception check. Yet still, they notice you. Because Kylon is dragging his sword. He's yelling at his horse, grabbing his horse.
I see
Kylon.
this as like super like cinematic where everything is super quiet, and then you just hear like the cracking of the one branch. Like,
Yeah.
No, it's the opposite of that. It's more like Kylon's jumping up and down on the branch. And the both of the giants have on like some death metal, like on headphones, playing, blaring, but still they somehow hear it.
Did you hear something, bro?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. One of the giants says to the other, and the other one
Points.
responds, and the ground starts shaking as giants start to move towards you, and you're now in a very thick wood, leading your horses towards the tower. You're not in a trail area, and this is not the best place for anyone to be combating.
How far away from the trail are we?
Yeah, I would say to get here. I have a map that I just didn't want to put up here because it's more of like a DM resource. I will say that you are to go around. I will say you're probably you're circling around and you're 300 feet away from the trail. I would say you have to circle way around their camp, of course, because of Kylon and his noise, and that's how you get a -20 anyways to their perception check. You have about 2 rounds before the 2 of the giants come into view. What would you like to do in that time period? I'm going to tell you Tor is going to start casting spells.
shit.
This is going to, because of the giant size, it won't affect you as badly as what it maybe should, Delstria, with your ranged weapon, but I'd say any ranged attacks here will be a -4 to hit, including their rocks.
Great. I'm going to cast Cat's Grace on myself.
There you go. Okay. We're going to have. Oh, that is Tor. Yeah, that's Tor. He casts spells.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. I didn't do a thing. Hold on.
Well, it's daylight. You don't need to cast that, buddy. Nope. You don't need to do restoration on anybody.
I don't think I put that in my sheet because
Let
I'm a
me-
terrible person.
Let me temporarily up my dexterity here on my sheet.
Sure.
Spells per day. 6
I have
Oh, we're level 8.
Keen Edge is going to be cast on Kylon Sword, and then Lead Blades on the hammer that Tor has.
4-3. Just kidding. Okay. Shit, I went the wrong way. I'm casting Lead Blade on myself and then activating my animal aspect, but I need to do other things first. So give me 2 seconds.
Okay, sure.
Okay, there we go. Animal aspect.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and pump up my
Panda bear?
strength
Oh, that's a bear.
and my constitution. I don't remember what it is, Doug.
You get 2 aspects?
I get 2 aspects now.
Well, you got to know what they are. I think bear is constitution or strength. I think it's bull is strength and bear
Bull
is
is
constitution. Yeah.
I think that's right.
Gosh, you got to get. So what
yes,
do you
that's
end up
correct.
looking like by the end of this?
I am swole AF,
Swole
man.
AF. I love it. Okay, cool. So 2 rounds of prep.
Geez, Sonny, you've been working out in the last 2 minutes.
In the last 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Yeah.
Bear does it too.
Oh, Bear
also
does it too. Sweet.
I'm so excited. All right.
The giants come crashing into view now. Crashing into view at this distance is about 60 feet away. They come, you see trees shaking and shimmering before they even get there. But eventually one grabs 2 trees and pulls them apart at the top and looks in at you. One club still being held in one hand. He pulls and he looks, he growls, and then he sees you and he stops. And he looks at the group and he says, "Oh!" And he looks back at the other giant and he says something in giant to the other one. And the other giant comes stomping up right next to him. And she looks at the group too and she's like, "Oh," and says something in giant to you that you don't understand.
Do you speak common?
I love it that the female is going to have the same male voice. The female nods and points at herself, and she says, "Speak your lang speak." She says, "No bad, good." Points at the one next to her and her. "Good, no bad."
We don't mean you any harm. We come in peace.
Damn it, we just wasted all these spells.
It don't last.
She nods and she says, "Horse," and points at the horses that you're leading.
Oh, we need our horses.
She looks
Not food.
oddly at you, and she says, "Horse," and then she points back towards the camp, and she says, and then she mimics something walking with her hands, which looks incredibly odd because she's a giant to start with. And then with her head, she goes, "Pew! Pew!" She says, "Horse!" And she points back.
Something killed the horse?
She nods.
What about the people on the horses?
She said, "Tribe, help." Points over. "Tribe, help."
They are alive?
"Bad tower." Points
tower.
at the tower now.
Yes.
And she seems angry at that. And she
Yes.
kind of growls looking up at the tower.
Yeah. We're going to the tower to
Shakes her head no. She shakes her head no at you. "It's bad. Good. Good. Not bad. Come." She turns and she starts stomping back through the woods now. The other male that's there kind of gives you a more suspicious look, but then nods, and then he walks back with her towards their camp.
I guess let's follow them.
Sure, why not? What could go wrong?
Well, they could have they could have attacked us.
They're dumb, right? They're not going to ambush us. Yeah, let's follow them.
Okay. You make it cautiously back to their camp. Kylon says, "I don't want my horse eaten. Somebody, Tor, can you hold my horse's reins? I'm not going to let them get him. I like you." What's his goddamn horse's name? I keep forgetting it. Hold on.
It starts with a C. Hold on.
Well, anyways, lost the space and time. Oh, I think I have it on his inventory.
Do you really? Because that's really
No, I
fun.
have sleeping armor. Nope, I don't have his horse's name. Sorry, didn't get transferred. Anyways, Fiona, his horse.
No, you're not naming your horse after my kid.
Okay,
I am.
fine. He can't have a name, Fiona. Fine. Well, then it'd make it even worse if it got eaten, I guess, huh?
Caliban. His horse's name was Caliban.
Caliban. Oh, that's much more knightly, anyways, right?
Yes.
All right.
My horse's name is Winston, in case you were wondering.
Was what?
What's
I
your
don't
horse's
think
name?
Winston. I don't know how we decided
I have
Winston.
no idea. So you make it to their camp though, cautiously, and you see that she is standing and she's pointing across to the north, and she says, "Horse battle," and he goes,
It sounds like a machine or a robot.
"Bad.
Metal.
Tribe leader dead."
Where did the go?
She nods. She goes, and she seems excited that you're communicating so well. And she points the same direction.
To the
She points
to the
She
tower.
points to the north. To the north, actually, away from the tower. She points that way. You basically came from the west. Tower is in the east, and to the north is where she's pointing. She says, "Not far. Horse, man, die." She's finally putting the man on it now. She shakes her head. She says, "No."
How many horsemen die?
Finger comes up. How many fingers should a giant have? 3? I think about
they have
3 is
4.
right. Okay.
They have normal
okay.
hands.
Total. Okay. Counts 1, 2. And then she gets to the 4th and she shows 4 to you. She says, "Smoke." attack. Smoke. Smoke. Horseman. Tribe die. And then she points over at the horses.
We are friends of Horseman. Can we have that? And I pointed the saddlebag.
She goes over to the spit and she grabs off this wheel that you now see is actually a metal. It's a technological piece of something. The first one you've seen in days. She grabs off the wheel and she goes and she hands this wheel to you that's like this big wheel. She hands down to you. And she points at the tower. She says, bad tower.
So what's this?
She points and she says, yes.
It goes to the tower.
She nods.
Okay, then turn the light on. How many days ago?
Oh, that's super complex.
I know it is. I'm sorry.
How many moons passed since Horseman?
She looks up at the sky and she looks at you and she says, cursed.
Okay. Del, I can't do this. Can we just go to the tower?
It sounds like we need to go north.
Look at Red. The giant once again points to the north and say horse, and points over at the other horses, points at your horses, and then points to the other horses like she thinks that you should put your horses there with the others.
Horse safe.
Horse
you protect.
Horse good.
Horse no food.
Make a influence check. You're making a diplomacy check. Oh God.
27.
Oh, she looks at those horses and she says, one horse food. And she points at the one that's already dead, that looks like it's been clubbed to death, and that's laying there sprawled out. One horse food, hungry.
Okay.
It seems like you've gotten the message across.
Yes.
Yeah, she won't eat your horses.
Good. We
Unless
will
you don't come back.
Yes.
Ever.
We will come back.
She nods. She says, we stay.
Okay.
Points at the camp.
Thank you.
Nods. She hands the saddlebag to you now.
Oh.
And you see that in the saddlebag there are some potions, along with some, obviously, a blanket and some other gear for one of the Black Horse tribesmen.
Okay.
You can identify them probably pretty quickly. They aren't like super tough to understand. if you'd like to make a spellcraft check.
Sure.
I think I'll just have you make 2 of them because the others are you'd be familiar with.
29, 21.
That's good enough. So you see in there, there is a feather token of a boat. And I'm not going to call it a swan boat because
I
they
was
wouldn't
getting ready
have
to say it's a
swan
swan
boat.
boat.
I love the swan boat though.
It is not a swan boat. It is a boat. It is a boat, is what it's going to be for them.
Boat
we-
token. All right.
We can't away their macho barbarian that's here with a swan boat that they're flying around on. You also see that there is dust of appearance.
No, babes, I'm busy. Okay.
3 potions of cure light wounds.
Okay. Okay, show me.
And an iron rope.
Ooh, fancy. Wow, that's amazing.
That's all it takes for her to go away. Nope, didn't
Nope.
work. All right. In addition to that, you see a blanket, some trail rations, some flint and steel, a number of other things that you would imagine, would be in a travel pack, normal stuff.
Yes, after I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For whatever it matters, also there is a knot also that looks like it is a knot of hair that looks like it is horsehair that has been kept, some sort of charm or something that he brought with him, this tribesman.
Okay.
Horsehair knotted charm. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Weird, but okay.
Yep.
Okay, we need to go to the tower because no, it's okay. Yeah, let's go.
What's that?
It sounds
I
like
have-
we need to go to the north.
North is where you think a battle occurred, you believe, and then the tower was obviously a bad place, and that wheel has to do with the tower. Something about the smoke coming down also was not good. That was a bad part of the whole
Smoke
thing.
bad.
Yeah, the smoke came down.
Tower bad.
It sounded like the smoke came down during the battle, even. Yeah.
Okay, well, we go north towards the tower.
Well, north is battleground.
North is battle, east is tower.
Yeah, I should have had it on map, but I didn't because
Reasons, yeah.
yeah, it's not really needed, honestly. So,
So towards the tower.
you have this questioning. I'm not sure if you're concentrating on this or if there's something that's going on deep internally. Let me get a sody pop. Hold on.
Would you rather go to the battlefield first?
Well,
Or do you
we
want to
could
go to the tower first?
well, we could see if there's anything there to identify maybe who was killed, or
That makes sense. But I'm worried that if we spend, well, we're not going to spend a lot of time, right?
well, I don't know how far it's going to throw us off track. I mean, we can go ahead and go towards the tower.
Right. No, but I don't want to spend super amounts of time because I'm afraid that whoever it is that survived is now bleeding out and like.
That's what I'm saying. That
Nothing.
I don't know if whoever survived the battle is still at the battle area or if they were taken to the tower.
I thought they went to the tower. But we could go to the battlefield to identify who the dead people are, assuming that their bodies are still there.
What's the distance?
You asked
You
the
said-
barbarians about the distance. It's less than half a mile away where the battle took place, is what you would guess.
Okay. And then from there to the tower, how far would it be?
About this, imagine it like a triangle.
About the same.
In
That's what I'm trying to
points.
figure out. Yeah.
It's kind of like a triangle in distance. Hold on.
He's awfully needy today. This is clearly unacceptable. We can go to the battlefield first. I'm cool with that.
Gosh, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, so the distances are there's short distance between each one of them. You're at about afternoon, though. I mean, you have been traveling for a while, so normally right about now you'd probably get drunk with the giants and eat horse meat, but something about it doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
I will say this, from the nat 20 on your check that you had previously, Sonny, you would know that this probably, whatever has happened here has probably happened maybe 3 days ago, you're guessing?
Well, we go ahead and go to the tower. My cat's grace only lasts 8 minutes.
All right, so let's go to the tower then. Make our way to the tower, and then we'll go to the battlefield afterwards.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. So, I've got a description for you.
I like descriptions.
Mm-hmm. It's a great description.
Oh, I'm turning off animal aspect after the first minute.
Okay. The tower, as you come closer to it, the structure is only about 60 feet across. Not too big, but it rockets into the sky 220 feet. Around its outside and the small little hillock that it's perched on, the growth and greenery from the surrounding smokewood does not penetrate. It seems like it's just upturned ground that doesn't look like it's been settled or trodden upon. It's still like a bright brown, as if it's just fresh dirt still. The front door on this tower is visible. It is a large door that is made of metal on a stone tower. The metal door seems to have no certain way to open it from the outside. You can see from a distance. And as you're looking up to the top of the tower, you see this black, thick cloud of smoke coming from this central area at the top that seems to be much larger than a chimney would be, almost like a smokestack that takes up a portion of the top of the tower. Whoever is here is stoking the fires, creating a continual flame or smoke, at least, to pour out into the neighboring hillside and then also the woods itself. Yet still, most of this seems to be making it up to higher levels, and it isn't really. It's like a kind of a mist now once again, but it's not so thick that it's like a fog cloud where you cannot see in a distance. Other than that, there isn't really much else to point out there about what you see from the tower from a distance. Oh, there's a trap. No, from the tower from a distance.
I mean, I feel like we go closer.
Okay. As you walk closer, leaving your horses safely behind with the giants back in the woods, you see that the roof looks like it's a metal cone, and there's a forest of pipes actually sticking out through the top of the roof. It looks like there's almost multiple chimneys belching out this smoke. And this reminds you more of like what you would imagine with some kind of scientist experiment or some kind of purposely built structure rather than just something that's cobbled together with some kind of magical smoke coming from it. The tower does have a few windows up in the top portion, but it looks like they're very narrow and are slated with thick metal grills. 12 foot high, 9 foot wide, the front door stands in front of you. There's a 2-inch wide hole in the center of this door, but no handle, no lever, no lock. You can make a perception check.
Well, I have this gear wheel type thing they gave me.
You do.
You said perception?
Yeah.
26 for me. 29 for Sunny. Sweet.
Nice. Sunny, you're noticing the ground. There are multiple sets of giants' footprints here. They have come out of the woods multiple times, and it looks like they have approached this tower from multiple angles. You see the remnants of large stones also laying out onto the ground surrounding the tower, as if they chucked multiple stones and had barrages against the side of this tower. Delstria, you notice with your wheel, the indention in one side of your wheel, the metal piece protruding, seems to be able to fit perfectly into the middle of the hole in this door. And you believe if you stick it in and are able to turn the wheel, you might be able to actually open up the door quite easily.
Let's try that.
The giants perhaps were too angry and smashed off the wheel and then took it as a trophy back to their campsite.
Sounds like it.
Yes. You can make a disable device check, though, first in order to get this to work. It's not quite as easy as just sticking it in the hole.
$24.
You stick it in and you notice that the damn giants have mangled this thing. They've smashed the wheel enough times that they've bent it. And as you're sticking it in and trying to get it to work, even with trying different angles, you can't get it fit in correctly to open up the door. Does anyone have a way of repairing possibly the wheel? I mean, Tor does. If there's a campfire present, he could bang on it and straighten it out.
Would a mending spell fix it?
That would fix it, I bet. Yep.
Oh, I can do that. Oh, wait, can I do that?
Yes, you and Tor
Yes,
both
I can do that. It's going to take me like 10 minutes to cast it, but yeah.
Okay. That's good. So it takes a while to cast it. Kylon's standing out there. He's like, whoa.
Does it really take that long to cast?
Takes forever,
Yeah.
I think. Takes
Yes.
forever.
It really is 10 minutes because fuck everything. But yes.
Jeez.
Kylon kind of just leans up there against the door. 10 minutes pass. Eventually, mending is cast, though. And the wheel pops back into its just super form-fitting shape, and it straightens itself out, and it now provides a perfect fit into the hole in which it was grabbed from and ripped so violently by the giants.
You're welcome.
Good job.
Sticking it in, Delstria, I would like you to now make another disable device check at a much lower difficulty.
$26.
And spinning the wheel, the door is going to open. And that is where we're going to change maps.
I thought you were going to say this were to end the session. I was
Yeah.
going to be like, no.
And that
No,
is the
not.
end of that. Goodbye, everyone. I've got the game. It's ready for me, too. Wow. It looks so awesome, Alyssa. Like,
Why? Why do you have to be like this, Doug?
because I love you. Okay. First off, we got to see if you're going to be able to see anything in here once we get this changed over. There's all of your people. Oh, I think our squares are going to be much better. We're not going to spoil anything with labels, so that's good. I'm not going to label any of you. Here you are on a new place.
Whoops, that's a
Ooh,
big map.
okay.
Hold on, I gotta zoom out.
That's a little map, Libby.
Oh, there it is. I
So
was
little.
I was zoomed in pretty close.
Yeah. I think also the squares aren't any bigger. It's actually really good size.
I really
Um,
can't see the square lines.
Core.
Outside you might not be able to, but inside here in just a second you'll be able to see them really clearly. So
Hey, you're missing Tor there, champ.
what?
I don't see Tor. I see me and Albion. I see Kylan and Delstria. I don't see Tor.
No. Tor. Is he still
Oh,
with
it's because Tor was in the other room. He never made it into the room with a disembodied voice.
Oh my god, he never did. Tor, get back here. Tor. Bad Tor. Oh my gosh. Copy.
I need
and
to use the
paste.
restroom.
Sure. Copy and paste and Tor. Go ahead. We're just opening up a door. I might get my game going over there also, just so I can. You want me to just angle this towards the plane back there, but I can't do anything about it. See it? Open it up a door.
You poor thing.
I
I
might get my game going over there. What
Yeah.
the hell is going on? Why is that repeating me? Why am I being delayed? Who's delaying me?
me. I was delaying you. I'm sorry.
What? Do you have me recorded? Are you using this for blackmail also? Hell,
No.
this is not fair. All right, there. Can you see inside now that I opened up the door and I went beep boop?
I don't know. Hold on. Yes, I can see inside now.
Sweet. Okay, good. Are you ready for a tower that keeps going up and up and up and up and up?
To be honest, I'm not sure if I am because I am worried.
What about?
A lot of things, Doug. I'm worried about a lot of things.
Okay, what about in game? How about that? Let's narrow it down a little bit.
Let's start with the fact that I don't know, horse leader man tribe dude
Valdrin?
is dead. I don't think it's Valdrin. I'm hoping it's not Valdrin, but
Ooh.
the fact that I don't know, there's a lot going on. I don't know why they have a saddlebag with the Black Horse Tribe though on it, because they wouldn't have had that because they didn't have their horses.
Right.
But that made me really concerned that
Yes.
maybe it was Ridge. And I really hope Ridge isn't dead.
Well. Okay.
Right? Like, how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go with me here, Doug? Because we can go pretty far.
Pretty far.
Pretty far.
Whew. Well, I think we're doing great for our time so far. We've just got a little bit of stuff going on.
Hey, did I show you guys a picture of my lotion
Yes. You did, Libby.
where the end blew out?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. It's
You
crazy.
shouldn't be so rough on things.
All right.
Ready?
There's Tor.
There's Tor. Okay.
More doors.
Don't get upset about more doors yet, because wait till you're in the 8th or 9th map of this. There's gonna be a lot of doors coming up. So, here we go. You ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yes. Door opens, light shining in from above. You have a passageway here, which is going to be the same everywhere else in this entire tower, unless I mention it differently. Metal doors that look like they could seal. As a matter of fact, this one pops open and air comes from inside, almost as if there's been an airtight seal from this chamber leading to the outside. Similar doors are shown in front of you. 3 different passageways. It looks like that they would open up to 3 different doors at least. And the ceilings here are 20 foot high, which is going to be the makeup of all these areas. 20 foot high ceilings. So that's pretty nice for a tower. And the walls are made of stone. The floors are made of stone. The ceiling is made of stone. And there are light sources throughout this tower. Continual lights have been permanently cast. So there is light in every single chamber until I say there aren't any. So no need for daylight or anything.
How big is that wheel key thing?
The wheel key is, I mean, it's about 20 pounds. Yeah, it's not super big, but it's about like this. Several feet
I was gonna
across.
try to take that with us in case another door might need it to open.
Well, you see on the other side of this door, and that's a good thing to mention, you see a matching wheel, so that kind of like on a submarine, spinning the wheel will unlock the hatch.
So it looks like that it was attached and it got ripped off. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just leave it there.
It looked less like a key that someone would have for their front door and more like just something that was permanently there until someone mangled it and destroyed it. Yeah. The front hall. This grand hall is 10 foot wide and 25 feet long. A large metal door stands at the west end of the entry, where you're at, while 3 other metal doors stand in the walls at the opposite end. The middle door is slightly larger than the others, and a metal wheel is mounted in the center of each door. So this middle one is slightly larger than the others.
Okay, I should be checking each door for traps.
Kylon looks back and rolls his eyes. He says, or what will happen? Do you think that something will happen to Sunny? Is that what you're saying? He smiles and he says, well, if you go first, then I should go second, though, Sunny. Sunny should be in the back somewhere, I think, with Tor.
Did he just call me Sunny?
No, he said that Sunny should be in the back somewhere with Tor.
Yes. No, he absolutely said Sunny. Oh, fuck, Kyla. Why am I in the back? Why don't you be in the back for once?
Can't be in the back. Did you see what happened the last time that I was in a combat?
I'm just going to shake my head and walk forward.
Love it. Tor, without saying anything, comes to the back door and he says, should I shut the door?
Sure.
Looking to the back. You could also do a disable device check from this side if you'd like to disable it where no one could enter or exit quickly.
No, I'm good without that.
Okay.
We might need to exit quickly.
We might need to be running away. Okay, so
Shit, why did I jam this thing?
He shuts the door and he cranks the wheel, and you hear it. It seems like it fastens inside as metal bars come out from the middle sections of the door and seal the tower once more.
Okay.
All right. So
All right.
happy birthday.
Which way do we want to check first?
I love it. Both of these are staying in the back. There, Taurus
No,
Spade coming back.
you want to be up front. You get to pick the choices.
Fine, Sonny. I'm gonna check.
Kyle shakes his head. He says, "Here we go again."
I'm gonna check this door for traps. The middle one.
Okay, make a perception check.
18. Not very
No
good.
traps.
But...
Yep.
And you said there's a wheel in the middle?
Yeah, there's a wheel in the middle of each one of
Okay.
these doors, just like on the front door, but smaller. So I mean, they're still pretty big though. If once again, kind of like in a submarine is what I imagine it to be like.
Okay.
And the doors are kind of shaped that way too. They definitely look like they're not just normal doors. They're like ceiling,
Okay.
which is interesting.
All right. Let's open the middle one.
Okay. You open the middle one, and as you turn the hatch, you feel something is wrong. This is not a door. And just as you think that, a burst of steam and boiling oil sprays out from this trapped door that you rolled an 18 on. Oh,
I didn't roll high enough.
Oh God, it just makes me laugh so much. Okay, it affects everyone in everyone in the whole freaking doorway. Oh my God, the whole hallway there. Okay, I have to make attack rolls against each one of you though. Delstria, a 24 to hit your flat-footed armor class.
I can't be caught flat-footed.
Oh, okay, then a 24 to hit you.
No.
Not good enough.
No.
26 to hit Kylon. That's good enough. Tor 14, not good enough. Sunny, oh my God, 28 to hit you.
That'll hit.
And a bear 21 to hit his flat-footed armor class. Okay.
Like on the nose hits it.
Yeah. Oh, I read that wrong. So sorry. All we have to do is the person who opened the door is the one that gets the attack roll against them. So that missed you. So Delstria, you're able to dodge to the side as this oil comes spraying out, and now it is just steam that fills up the rest of the chamber. So I need reflex saves from everyone in the hallway. That's what I needed. Sorry about that. DC 20 reflex save from everyone in the hallway.
All right, Sunny's good.
Both the boys are good too.
Is this a trap for me to get a bonus?
Yes, this is definitely.
Okay.
This is definitely one that you get a bonus on.
Bear is not, however.
Okay.
I got 19. I rolled a 3.
Oh my God, you failed too. Okay, the oil, you dodge out of the way, but then right as you dodge out of the way, the steam comes just bursting out.
It's harder to dodge steam.
Yeah, it really is. And it does 19 points of fire damage to anyone who does not make that save.
Ooh.
Everyone that makes a save takes 0. Welcome to Trapland.
I'm gonna have to try harder to disable these traps.
The steam shoots out at what you can tell is definitely a false door, and you can see beyond it as you quickly crank that shut that it looks like that was part of maybe the main vent of where the smoke is coming from and going up through the middle of the tower. As that happens, one door comes starts turning, and you see the knobs turning on it as the south door here starts to open up from the other side.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
And we can roll initiative.
Shit. Can I do a swift action before we roll initiative?
No.
God damn it, Doug. Let me do things.
You know what? No, you can't. No, you can't. No, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Sorry. I was trying to be nice, and I'm like, no,
I can't cast a heal spell on myself real quick.
no.
Shit.
We just cannot be nice. We've got to be
It's fine.
not
I'm not
nice.
worried. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. I've got to ask myself, did I put these in the right place? Oh my God, I'm so upset at myself. Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Here
All
we
right.
go. All
Okay.
right. Here we go. Maybe. Nope. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I actually have this or not. Damn it. I have every single one of these uploaded, but not on Roll D20. Okay. There we go. We're here. That
Never a dull moment with a child.
I know, right? Woo!
No moments of peace.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to say good or bad things about a kid? I'm not sure.
Oh, sorry. I meant such joy they bring to your life.
Yes. Yes, and that's the truth.
Until
Okay.
they become teenagers. Then they're assholes.
Yeah, it only gets worse, really, huh? Show to players. Shit. Show to everyone. There we go.
Oh, fucking.
That's what opens the door.
I like his shield.
Aren't they cool?
He looks kind of spiffy.
Yeah. Okay, now since I told you to roll initiative, but I didn't have the initiative tracker up, let's do this again.
Bro, our numbers were in there. What are you doing?
Oh, I thought they don't come up. Oh, sorry. Let me do it then. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't mind rolling again.
There we
Alyssa
go.
might, though.
Huh. Okay. We're in the oh God, I'm having issues now. Layer token. There we go. Get on the right freaking layer. There we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. What was your initiative, Delstria? I'm sorry.
10.
A solid 10 after all modifications and everything?
My only modifications are a +4. My
And
cat's
that was-
grace is worn off. It only lasts me for 8 minutes.
I don't know what now. Has an hour passed since your cat's grace though?
Cat's grace is 8 minutes, or it's 1 minute per level.
Yeah, but remember how I had that conversation about the minute per level
Oh.
spells? I really wanted those to last longer. I mean, that should go
That's
through,
right.
I think, 3 combats. We can say that 1 combat worth of use is gone, but I think you'd get 2 more.
Okay, sorry, I forgot
combat
about
for it.
that.
No,
So,
it's okay. It's just that way you don't get screwed on those minute per
Yeah.
level spells, you know?
So that would be a 12 then.
Okay, cool. Get you up there at a 12. That's good.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to cheat you out of that.
And I would have made that reflex save, because that would have given me plus 2 more.
Oh, sweet. Okay, then. Don't take the damage. Alpion, why do you get your own initiative? You don't have your own initiative.
Because I rolled it under Alpion's name. Because
Oh no, I was adding him for. I should have known
Oh.
he doesn't. I just added you and him for some reason. I'm not sure why. Okay. It is a riot suppressor fun time. A 14.
But we're not rioting. It's okay,
No.
big guy.
I
You
mean,
go
we
back
are
to your...
breaking into the tower, so
This is pre-riot suppression going on. The door spins and the door starts to get pulled open, and you can see from the other side that there are creatures coming to you. You really aren't able to see clearly what they are, I guess. Should all doors go out? Yeah, I guess they're pushing the door out is what they're doing. Let's say that.
Well, but what if we open it from... Well, that would be stupid because then your 3 doors would hit each other.
Well, I don't know. Anyways, well, that's a fake door anyways, that one that you're getting killed by. That you dodged. I'm sorry that you dodged. Regardless, Kylan isn't going to discuss the door situation. You guys can figure it out. Kylan's going to do a 5-foot step, and he's just going to straight on start attacking whatever is there. And that's usually a good way to go about things. He doesn't hit it, though, is the bad thing. He misses with both of his attacks. As he swings, and the first one you hear smashing into a shield, and the shield lights up with this electrical like shimmer. And then he swings again, and this time whatever is there kind of moves to the side, and his sword hits the door itself. He doesn't really have much time to talk or say anything smartass. Sunny, it's your turn.
okay. I'm not. Okay. Swift action reactivating animal focus. I'm taking aspects of the bull to give me a strength bonus. And I don't really know something else.
You can see well enough to see that it is a robot if you'd like to make a spellcraft check and try to determine maybe its features or something also.
Yes, let's do that.
Sure.
Oh, I guess I should check too since I'm right in front of it.
Okay. Sunny, this is definitely. Oh wow, both of you, Sunny and Belstria.
I rolled a 2.
This is definitely a robot. It has a shield built into one hand. It looks like it has an electrified warhammer or club on the other one. Definitely a warhammer, and it does look like its eye is glowing, and it's casting this red beam out of its eye, almost like a targeting scope of some sort in its eye.
Great.
Did I go pew pew? The giants know pew pews, don't they?
Yes.
And other than that, you don't know.
All right. Well, that's fine. With it being a robot, I literally don't know. I'm taking bold, increase my strength.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll take aspects of the mouse to give me evasion.
Ooh. Okay.
Because I have to pick a second one. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Spiffy.
That's really cool.
Dropping machete, pulling out EMP pistol because it's a fucking robot. 5-foot stepping, and I'm gonna pew pew.
Oh, sweet! You're gonna pew pew that way, huh?
I'm gonna pew pew this way.
Okay.
EMP pistol. Go. 14.
That is a touch attack, right?
It is a touch attack.
It hits.
Yeah, for 8 points of damage.
Sweet, and it's electrical damage, though, right?
It is electrical.
So it's 12 points of damage.
Look, Sunny's doing stuff. I'm so proud.
And it's with the EMP pistol. It's only on a critical hit that they have to make a fortitude save when they're hit by it, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it's basically it makes it where they have to do 2 saving throws if they have a critical for most robots, because these probably are vulnerable to critical hits and electricity. So good deal.
Okay. Albion is gonna move up here.
And just to let you know, that is partial cover, so it's going to be a -4 to hit.
figured.
Yeah.
That's fine. But he's going to take a swipe.
Okay.
Am I right? Yes, I'm right. Okay.
Ah, miss. Arr.
All right.
Okay. These riot suppressors, the one behind steps here, and you see his eyes glows as he shoots out beams, laser beams from his eye. But they're not laser beams. It seems like he's actually shooting out some kind of burst of energy, though, which is reminiscent of a stun gun, as he shoots twice. Twice at Kylon. And one hits for 4 points of non-lethal damage. That's right, non-lethal. They don't want to kill you. They're here just to break up the fight.
Interesting.
That's what the Warhammers are for too.
Yeah. And the Warhammers actually, they seem to glow, but you look at them a little bit more carefully, and it looks like there's kind of like an impact shield there that does make them strike with non-lethal damage.
So it's like rubber bullets.
Yes. The one in the front is going to swing twice. If you swing hard enough, they'll still break somebody's head, right?
Yes.
Hits Kylon twice. God. For 25 points of non-lethal damage.
So how does non-lethal regenerate?
Non-lethal will heal 1 point of non-lethal for every point of normal healing that you would do also. So if you had 10 non-lethal and 10 lethal damage, 1 point of healing would heal 1 point from each. Also, you heal it much quicker. I think every hour you heal 5 points of non-lethal damage on you.
Okay.
Yeah. And you don't have to be resting. It's just over time. Every hour, five points will be healed. This one is also going to have its laser beams shoot out. And these are integrated weapons, so they don't provoke attacks of opportunity.
God bless it, Doug.
I know. Both of them hit because they're hitting the slowest moving member of the party for 7 more points of non-lethal damage. Oh my God. Pew, 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 happening there. And the bad thing is Kylon is in the doorway, keeping them in, but also effectively keeping most of your party from being able to do anything. All right, that's their turn. Next, we have Delstria and then Tor.
All right. I'm going to do a full round attack with adamantine arrows. So I'm going to have many shot on the first one, which is going to use 2 arrows.
2 arrows.
And then it's also going to have the rapid shot.
Right.
And they're all going to be shocking, and they're all going to be gravity.
So a total of 4 arrows, but only 3 attack rolls.
For the first shot. And
yeah, 1 mini shot.
And then the second attack.
Yep. And then your third one. Yep.
So the first one right here in front of Kylon is what I'm going to shoot for.
Okay, got it. Perfect. Sounds good.
Okay, we're going to see if this works. Does a 23 hit?
It works. You got the same damage on both ones, but that could be just really good.
Well, yeah, looking at my dice here, I did get those. Okay. So if the first one hits. So that's
12.
24, 31. 31 points of regular damage. And then 14 plus 50%, 21 points of electricity damage.
That's a lot of damage. Did you say 41 and 21?
24, 31 and
Oh,
21.
31 and 21.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a lot of damage.
Okay, that was the first attack.
Well, that was your highest attack. That's two different attack rolls though, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
now you just have your secondary attack. So
yes.
one more
at my
Okay,
lower base attack
Got it.
bonus.
Yep. Okay.
Which is
Yep,
on a
that sounds
different
good.
button.
Mm-hmm. She's selecting her 32 options.
23?
Oh my god. Hits.
Oh, that one's also shocking. I don't have the electricity put on that one, so 1d6.
Okay.
Be 7.
9. Okay, 7 plus 9, 16 more. Delstria, how would you like to do this? Have you just massacre a robot in one freaking string of attacks?
66 damage.
How would you like to do this? As you just go around the corner and it's pew, 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 and just like streaks of electricity from your bow shoot out attached to the arrows, and this one is freaking dead. It drops. Goodbye, robot.
Yeah, bye. It just goes right through its eye that's glowing.
Shakes, yeah, and then boom, drops down to the ground. Wow. Looks like more than one person upgraded.
I'm a badass with a bow now.
I'm a badass at the bow. Tor is going to ready an action to attack any threat that he sees, and that's going to be his turn. Back up to Kylon. Kylon's going to 5-foot step. God. Oh my god. Okay, he hits the robot for 25 points on the first swing. And the second one, he is going to miss horribly. Wow, really crappy attacks. And that's going to be Kylon. He kind of created a little bit of an entryway, though, which is great.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, that is a... Yeah, no, never mind. It isn't. We're good. Okay, cool. And we are on to Sunny.
Sunny's gonna 5-foot step and pew pew twice
Choo
at
choo!
the robot in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, really in front of Kylon, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Hit. And a hit. I just
Cool.
love touch attacks are so freaking awesome that way. So it's 18 points total, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. All right, cool. So the vulnerability really having a big effect here as it's shaking and jittering as each kind of electrical impulse hits it and disrupts its mechanics. How about Bear?
Bear's going to... Oh, Bear can actually move.
Yeah, Bear can go in there even. Provoke for him to get settled, but, you know.
5. Yeah, I mean, Bear's going to take an attack. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Bear will be fine.
Okay.
I didn't said you have to.
Yeah, Bear will go there.
27 is the swing with the Warhammer. Huge attack rolls.
My
Hit
poor
it,
Bear.
I
It does
know. Well, it only hits for 15 points of non-lethal damage, though.
How much?
15.
15?
Yep.
It's like they're playing whack-a-mole with like
I know,
rubber
right?
mallets.
I know. Whack, whack, whack.
All right. And then Bear's going to swipe at him.
Okay. Miss.
Are you working, right?
Bear lunges in and the shield comes down right in front of his pathway.
Rude. Clearly
know.
unacceptable.
These are like level 8 opponents, you know. They're getting a little bit tougher. All right.
Good
So
thing we got tougher too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys got tougher too. This riot suppressor here is going to do like the other one, make 2 attacks on Kylon.
Kylon.
Oh my god. Both of these miss.
Oh,
and then
good.
it's going to shoot with its laser eye. Pew, 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 pew. Oh my god, did one of them miss? Nope, both of them hit. Okay. Even on a 3, they both hit. 2 zaps. Only 4 more points of electricity damage to Kylon. So
I thought that was non-lethal.
Or non-lethal. Yeah, I thought I said non-lethal. Did I say electrical?
You said electrical.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, non-lethal.
Electrical. Electrical.
Electrical. You know, between all of us, we'll get it. You know. Attacks with just a little bit of electricity. I've said it again. Non-lethal damage. And that is it. It just makes that it does bark out a command though, I think. Let's see if it does say anything. No. I don't think actually no, it just doesn't. It was fixed where it doesn't talk. No, it does not talk actually.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay. Funny that he's using non-lethal robots.
Right. Non-lethal robots. Right after a death trap.
Yeah.
Right after a death trap.
All right.
Delstria ponders this as she also wonders, how many adamantine arrows am I going to have to need? Because it seems like you're shooting a lot of arrows now.
Uh-huh. I'm keeping track.
I know you are. You might actually lose several in this tower. We'll see.
25.
First one is a hit, so those first 2 arrows hit it. The second doesn't, though.
Okay, so that is 14 plus 5, 19 plus 2, 21.
21 damage. Okay. Thank you for
second.
totaling that up. That helps me because sometimes my brain is doing too many things. All right, cool. Arrows stick inside of him. One goes through his shield and goes through his arm. Looks like he is wounded badly. That does not have a potential critical miss because it is a secondary attack, remember.
Good.
So yeah, those would really fuck you over if every single time you pick up your bow, you're dropping it or you're shooting yourself in the foot or something. So it's just not fair whenever and it's only with the lower attack bonuses that you don't have a chance. So those first 2 attacks you could have critical missed on. So we don't even pay attention to that one because it's unfair for the players, and we move on. So
good.
Cool. Yeah. So Tor is kind of poor Tor. He's bored and lonely. You know, he needs to put himself up on a dating app, I think, you know, a profile. Anyways, you know, we'll get around to that, Tor. Don't you worry, buddy. I feel so bad for him. He's going to do a 5-foot step, and he's going to watch the door behind Delstria because things do come through doorways. So if anything jumps out, he's going to swing at it. And you do notice that the turning of the doorknob is kind of it is a full action to do that. You can't just kick open a door and run through like you normally would. So it does take time to spin that wheel. It's motionless right now, though, and nobody's coming. So that's what he does. Kylon, would you like to kill something? Maybe once, maybe one hit. Maybe I put his attack bonuses wrong. No, they're there. Okay. He hits it and he smashes through, and the riot suppressor drops. And with that, it's a good time for a break. Because we usually have a break. I've been disappearing multiple times, but let's have like a 15-minute break or so. How about that?
Sure.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome.